I mean, like 30 to 45 minutes late.
Hello everyone, Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer of words, recorder of videos, and tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to our weekly live stream Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition online role-playing adventures. We are back, and I'm joined as always by my good friends Chris, playing the noir detective, human, inquisitive, rogue, Mannix.
Hello.
Heather playing the wickedly silent but deadly half-drow assassin, rogue, Kaless.
Hello.
Rochelle, playing the popular and charismatic Triton Bard of Whispers, Gillian.
Hello.
Raymond, playing naive but lovable Turtle Battle Master Fighter, George.
Hello.
That one just never rolls off the tongue very well. And Reese, playing the undead-hating, animal-loving Hill Dwarf Druid of the Moon, Theron.
Oh.
We stream our sessions live on YouTube every Friday evening. Catch up on previous episodes on my YouTube page, as well as read weekly session recaps at roguewatson.com. Watch my behind-the-scenes, no players allowed live series Crafting Annihilation on Thursday mornings. If you'd like to support the channel, please check out patreon.com/roguewatson. Shoutouts to my platinum patrons, Andrew, Brian, Richard, and Joe. And gold patrons, RPG Papercrafts, Charming Grenade, Pretty Boy and Yuma, and Marcos, David, Vicente, Gilberto. Thank you all for your support. For our campaign, we use that is a name, yeah. Great names. For our campaign, we use Roll20.net, and for streaming, I use Open Broadcaster software with Streamlabs. Previously on Tomb of Annihilation, and for anybody watching the recordings afterwards and not really paying attention to the times, we did not go last week, so we are on a 2-week hangover from New Year's, which is always one of my most cherished and fun times of the year. But it also feels like I take a break from my life for like a week, and now I have to get back into things. So we're plugging back into D&D now. Previously
we
on
played board games last week.
We did. In fact, we played D&D board games last week. We did play D&D on Friday night for everybody watching Trail at Baldur's Gate, which we confirmed works better with less people. The Batiri Goblin village of Yeliark lie empty, but the prize they sought, the control amulet to the nearby Shield Guardian / God to primitive tribes, was flung along with most of the village several hundred yards away. The party left their NPC allies behind to recuperate and trundled after the crashed village. About 1,000 yards away, they found the remains, having struck the ground like a meteor. A mixture of goblin bodies and tent structures intermingled on the jungle floor. Kaless used a stealthy approach to search through the area, find the amulet, the queen's jeweled mask, and lots of coins scattered around. But with the death curse active, the dead don't stay dead. The goblins began to rise as zombies all around her. Yaka, the goblin they had captured and used as a guide, rose as a more vicious ghoul, hell-bent on exacting his undead revenge. He would not get the chance, as Kaless responded with a one-hit stab to the face. The party rushed forward to deal with the zombies, but things got a bit more complicated when the ground shook and the party came face-to-face with an undead dinosaur, presumably one that had been crushed by the flying village. The massive armored beast was mindless and intent on crushing all in its path. Kaless leapt onto its back and began slicing and dicing, while the others mopped up the rest of the zombies before turning their attention to the bigger problem. Kaless, you can have a point of inspiration for going all Monster Hunter on that thing.
Yay!
George would suffer a mighty blow from its rotting club tail and ironically find safety by joining Kaless on top of it. Finally, they downed the creature and claimed their prize.
What was that?
After meeting back up with their allies and resting for the evening, they set back out toward Vorn. Kaless activated the amulet, and the Shield Guardian talked. That was unusual, as was its nurturing, caring demeanor. It seemed to originally belong to a party of advanced age Ninja Turtles who once adventured in Schultz. Please don't sue us. These were original creations. The three tribes were upset and awed, but the goblins recognized the amulet Kaless used. She had Vorn accept the offerings, except for the goblins. Some of them fled while the rest attacked, with the Grung and the Fungus folk content to watch on the sidelines. Except George wasn't quite having it. He climbed into a tree and shot an arrow at his hated frog people enemies, and chaos ensued. Right. The plant folk fled, but the rest entered the ring of the Royal Rumble, with goblins and Grung killing each other and going after the party. Finally, the once sacred area lay still, the party having gained a new ally. Undril suggested, as she had done several times before, that they continue upriver to search for what's left of the Order of the Gauntlet and hopefully find some safety. That is where we left off last week.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yes.
All right. Yeah.
So, upriver, the river flows down into the Bay of Chult. You guys have been going upriver for most of your jungle excursion along the river Star. So upriver would be in this general area.
Can you remind me, did George already disappear for a brief period of time and come back?
And come back like covered in grung bodies? I think that was...
He did?
That was the case, yes.
Okay, good, because I would have done that if I hadn't already. That is all.
We have to wait for George to come back.
Yeah,
Guys.
George eventually comes back. Yeah, I think that was a thing that happened kind of in between sessions, basically.
I'm gonna ask. Well, I guess I'll just try to figure out if if we're gonna try to go back to the river and go back upstream or upriver, we'd be passing back through the back by the temple of the Crocodile Man.
You can. I mean, are you looking at the map screen right now?
Yeah.
Okay. She said that would be out of your way at this point. You'd be going downriver from where you are. To go back to the Camp Righteous, which is where the temple was.
All right. In that case, I'm going to make a note here and pin it to a tree, letting what's her name know where we're headed now, like
Azaka?
Azaka, because we left a note at that one temple telling her that we were coming here. So that's the only thing I'm worried about. Is like just us losing her for a long period of time. I want to get her back as soon as possible.
Okay.
Where is she?
We lost her when the goblins attacked. We came out of that Crocodile Man temple, and the goblins had, fucked everything up, and she was gone. So,
yeah.
Along with our canoes, I believe. Mannix cares about the canoes. He wants those canoes back.
Hazaka, maybe, but mostly the canoes.
Maybe, but those canoes, we spent money on those canoes.
She was working pro bono, so.
That's right. So yeah, he'll make a note about us heading upriver to find the more of the Undrill's people, and he'll try to pin it to a tree somewhere visible in the area.
Okay. I shall write that down. And the note's going to say kind of where Undrill's telling you to go, I guess, just generally.
Exactly. Like that we've left this area and that we are headed towards wherever Undrill says is telling us to go, I guess. This Vorm guy just coming with us? Like just walking along with us?
He appears content to follow whomever bears the amulet.
Which is cool.
That's me.
Yeah. How big is this thing?
He's pretty big. He is mechanically he is the large size, so he is larger than any of you for sure. Just kind of a big, bulky, like robotic-looking humanoid. Although he is shaped a bit like a turtle, just very broad and wide.
Very broad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm currently sitting on his shoulder.
Carry me, turtle.
Yeah. Seems to be okay with that. Like, all right, friends. Where to next?
We're gonna go find these religious folks. Hope they can put us up for the night. Maybe we can get a decent night's rest for once.
All right. At this point, who do you want your guide to be, because you've been using basically Azaka. Well, you've been on the river really the whole time.
Yeah.
Even Camp Righteous was right on the river, and then from there you actually captured the goblin and used him as your guide to go from point to point to point through here. So at this point, obviously you're trying to get back to the river, which will make navigation easier, but do you want to assign somebody as your like official navigator?
I don't know. Does Undril know where she's going? No, she doesn't, does she? She just has a general idea.
Andro doesn't know the jungle at all. She came here
Yeah.
on the boat with you guys.
Right.
Both Tabaxi say that they can get you back to the river. Or
They're the only ones that are with us now. Yeah, they're the only ones now that like legitimately know the jungle, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
The guys.
Vexy can take over for now. Their new job is to lead us back to the river
All right.
safely.
They're men of many jobs.
That's right. Their job is whatever we say it is,
Or else.
or else,
Tabaxi have proven
Or else-
themselves time and time again.
or else they don't get paid, which we never paid them in the first
Never
place.
paid
so.
them. No, basically the Zentarum like called in their debt for them to go
Yeah.
with you guys. All right, so they lead you all to your death. Now, you all travel for the better part of the day back through the jungle. The jungle is oddly quiet as you presumably make your way back towards the river. However, once you reach the river, the skies start darkening, and you hear the sounds of like thunderclaps in the distance. It's always kind of rainy. You know, you're in the rainforest essentially, but shit really starts opening up at this point. I've got a musical accompaniment, or not a musical. Sound effects. High wind, rain, and thunder soon make it impossible to hear each other unless you're just shouting right next to each other. And you quickly realize that you'll need to hunker down for tonight for sure. But if it continues on, like any further travel would be disastrous, given this weather. It's just, you know, kind of heavy winds and storm. And the Tabaxi even turn and say like this, like, tropical storms happen in the jungle. It's just a thing, and you just have to hunker down as best you can and kind of outride it.
All right. Well, then let's do that. Let the Tabaxi find us a place to hunker down.
Okay. Yeah, you all try to find a place that's like almost like a natural little kind of overhang near the beach of the river, which is very, very wet, but at least you're not hopefully going to get shit flung at you or anything. And you all spend
real bad on top of this rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You all spend a very just nasty, horrendous evening, like trying to sleep, despite this just awful storm around you. I need all of you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Lame.
Oh boy.
And Gillian, I will give you advantage because as a Triton, you've probably actually experienced a number of these tropical storms.
She can sleep in water. She's fine.
I know. See, I was thinking I'm just actually out there just like spinning in the rain. Feels so lovely.
That's right.
Oh, I never said I got down from my robot, by the way.
You're the first to get struck by lightning. The robot, Vorn protectively like gently takes you off his shoulder and like forms like a natural like canopy over you. It's like, I'll
With
protect
his
you.
total body, he would be like a patio, or not a patio, a gazebo, wouldn't he?
A
He'd be
gazebo.
just like four limbs.
Just like
and then
four,
a big-
yeah.
Yep. I look at him. Good zoing.
Yeah, and he does a bad job too. Like he is clearly not meant to be a gazebo. Like that is not his primary function. But his heart's in it. Like his heart's in it so hard.
He's not the true gazebo. He's more like the pergola with the open slats. And,
Yeah, which is not a place you want to be in a thunderstorm.
How long do these storms generally last?
The Tabaxi kind of look worried and say it could last for a couple hours or a couple days.
Oh,
Great.
okay.
Let's see here.
I will save my animal form for something else.
Kaless and Manix, unless you want to use inspiration, you are going to gain a level of exhaustion.
What is
I
it
don't
on
have
again?
inspiration.
Let's see, level 1 exhaustion.
It's on here somewhere, isn't it? I thought I saw it. At some point.
For level, oh yeah, I don't know what in your character sheet, but level 1 is a disadvantage on ability checks.
We just get super tired. Can't do
Until you
stuff
die.
good until you die. It's like your speed drops and yeah, there you go. Disadvantage, speed halved, disadvantage on attack throws.
So you're at level
Attack
1 right now. You need to have a long rest to cure it. So Undril again is like, let's try and hope they have shelter somewhere.
I mean, yeah.
Is there an exhaustion thing on here somewhere?
There was there wasn't the last character sheet, but I don't
It's
know.
in the player's handbook towards the back.
Oh, yeah, do you guys have a spot for it on the
I don't think so.
on your sheet? Yeah, there was.
No.
The old sheets had it.
Trying to see if it's on
Yeah,
the
I didn't think to check for that.
settings.
I guess just mark it in the bio somewhere. You're at level 1 exhaustion, and we'll all try to remember.
Okay, I can't. I gotta imagine it's somewhere here. Look.
It's-
Oh yeah, there we go.
Under rules.
Yep. Go to the gear, and then on the right hand column,
Show
General
exhaustion
options.
tracking.
I don't know what that's gonna do, but let's find out. It did make things look a little different, so.
Oh, yeah, you've got exhaustion level now on the middle.
Where is it at? Oh yeah, right there in the
of your
middle.
character sheet
Okay.
under hit dice.
Yep.
Ah, that's
You can
cool.
just turn that up.
Okay.
General options.
And it
Tells you what it does too.
Did Raymond freeze for everyone else?
Yeah, he did.
I think he was about to say something, and then
He
you
was right in the
just.
middle of dabbing.
Did he just? I think he just closed his. There we go.
Yeah, as he was talking, he was leaning forward and hitting the X button. Just close his program.
my Discord just like restarted.
Yes.
No, I was saying as you increase the level, it tells you exactly what's wrong with you.
All right, everybody find the exhaustion thing. So where?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh yeah, show exhaustion tracking. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you guys are pretty tired. And you wake up the next day and it is still storming, although it's let up a little bit. So you are able to travel that day. But the nice thing is, you imagine with this storm, you're not going to actually see much in the way of hostilities. Because everything else is kind of hunkering down or trying to...
Yeah, not much is out here during this.
Yeah, and you guys are able to follow. You're on foot, obviously, but you're still able to follow the river, the main course of the river, fairly easily at this point. You guys were able to reach the river.
Look, being raised from the dead reduces a creature's exhaustion level by 1. There's one way to reduce it.
Except you can't be raised from the dead right now.
It's null and void currently.
Yep. During the night when I'm not sleeping, I might as well be listening to that Yellow Stone.
Oh yeah. Let's see. You can
Since
roll for that. Yeah, that's a good point because days are passing. Where is that? Chart the. Nope, not that one. You'll have too many quests. I've mentioned this before. Discover the fate. Give me an investigation check, please.
Alright. Oh, I have disadvantage. Well,
You do.
oh Jesus Christ.
You rolled a 1.
Well, I couldn't get much worse than that anyway. Let's see. Let's say that I can't hear it over the rain.
Yeah, that's good. You like try to activate it. I can't get a good signal. I need more bars. So yeah, you're able to travel, but it's just kind of miserable right now. And then the next day, you're able to continue travel, and again, taking advantage of the fact that there are no hostile beasts around or anything. And then finally, that evening, the storm lets up. And it is clear. So now it's another day, so you can roll your check again.
Oh. Check for the stone.
Yeah, for the stone. Yeah, so you guys are not curing your exhaustion by being in the jungle. You need that, like, definite long rests. Yeah.
Yeah.
19. All right. How much do you know about
But
the...
do I have disadvantage on this? This is a...
Oh, you do.
ability
Sorry.
check.
Yeah, roll that again. Thank you. Already forgot.
14.
You just missed it.
Oh boy! All right.
Yeah, you're a little tired. You're a little tired from the...
Can't quite focus.
Yep. A little tired from being able to access it. I think our evening watch is generally the same, even without Azaka. I think we already have made adjustments to that.
I think we moved it around. Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a short rest in there somewhere?
There's been a couple short rests. Yeah, sorry. You guys that get things back on short rests, you are caught up on your short rest stuff. So George has got his stuff back there, and you got your wild shapes and all that goodness. Good stuff. That evening, you all bed down, and even whoever is on guard duty just kind of dozes off, and almost in a mystical way. And you find yourself...
Fire that man.
Yeah.
I can't be put asleep.
Okay, you are awake, but just spectral fog just moves in.
Well, it
As
says I can't. Yeah, magic can't put me to sleep.
As you hear the unsettling sounds of old women whispering and cackling. This time you are each subject to a unique vision. So, Celeste, this probably happens while you are just naturally sleeping then, and not magically induced. So you are each subject to a unique vision. Mannix. The mists of the jungle part way into an ancient tomb, frost-flecked footprints leading inside. They must be Simbers. You delve inside, shouting for the others to follow. Your mind is a steel trap as you decipher deadly traps, push the proper levers, and duck under gouts of flame. Behind you, you think you faintly hear screams and cries, but you can't stop. He must be so close. A figure turns a corner in front of you. You jump out and tackle them to the ground. Rolling them over, you stare into a humanoid of pure ice, carved in your own likeness. It suddenly bursts apart as an old woman cackles. Tracker! Quite clever! We can use this! A cold washes over you, causing you to shiver uncontrollably until you awake. Kaless! Kaless, through the mists of the jungle you see a procession of red-robed wizards. You wait in stealthy ambush, a silent killing machine. As one nears you, you grab them from behind and without hesitation slice your blade across their throat. Warm blood gushes out as their cries end in a bubbling gurgle. One by one, you kill them, hunt them down, until finally you reach her. It must be her, your former mistress Zagmira. As you bring your blade up, the robe falls away to reveal a hideous old crone who cackles through rotting teeth. Your arm is no longer your own as you calmly sheathe your blade. You look back and find the remains of your murdered teammates along the jungle floor, their eyes transfixed in horror. You feel nothing as the old woman caresses your face with a gnarled hand. A focused killer, trained to obey. Excellent. You feel a cold rise up from the pit of your stomach, and then you awaken. Gillian, the jungle suddenly opens up to a sandy beach. A beautiful, opulent mansion sprawled upon the shore. A pair of handsome, finely dressed servants offer you their hands when a third rolls out a richly embroidered rug, and hands you a goblet filled with a colorful liquid. As you approach, the doors are thrown open, and you enter a palatial foyer filled with a fancy dinner party. Tritons and humans alike stop and turn as you enter, followed by claps of adoration. In the center of the buffet table, your stomach suddenly twists as you see that the food are artfully arranged body parts, limbs, and organs. Your goblet full of blood. The cheering turns to mocking laughter as you see the centerpiece, the head of your brother. The mansion begins to fill with seawater as a thunderstorm rages outside. The dinner guests begin to mutate and bulge into horrible monsters. One of the guests, an old woman, looks you up and down with disdain. Haughty, privileged, confident, easily exploited. You scream yourself awake. George, you stumble into a large clearing and find a number of grung kneeling in front of a massive, monstrous frog-like creature. They turn towards you and shriek angrily. You raise your swords and cut through them, the blood fury overtaking you as you hack and slash, oblivious of any retaliation. When the ground lay thick with blood, you blink a few times and calm your ragged breath. You hear the sound of an old woman whisper eagerly, "Such anger, such fury, such hatred. Very useful ingredients." On the ground before you, you see the slaughtered remains of a bunch of townsfolk, and the frog monster nothing more than a statue of a calm woman looking sad. You bolt awake. Theron, a smell wafts through the jungle. You get down on all fours and sniff the ground. You take off on a full run, your body shifting and contorting. Running feels good. You tackle a small beast to the ground, rip into it with sharp teeth, the natural strength of a four-legged killing machine. You hear the sound of hunters in the distance. You take off on a run. Filthy humans, no respect for the wild. You burst out of some trees and roar as smaller creatures flit past you and watch in satisfaction as the humans drop their meager tools and run screaming. This is your jungle. You were born into it, and you will protect it and all who dwell here. You shiver as you feel a gnarled hand pat you lovingly on the flank. More beast than man, yes? A true predator at heart. Very interesting indeed. You awaken with your heart beating rapidly.
Does he? Does he though?
Are we terrible people? Is that what's going on?
I don't see anything wrong with any of these games.
Oh boy.
You all did not sleep very well that night, needless to say.
Alright.
Alright.
We need to find these three women, kill them, and make the dream stop.
Yes.
I need each of you to roll
we didn't see the other person's dreams, right?
You
we
did
just
not.
Had ours.
Yeah, and I'm not going
Alright.
to try and do private message because I wanted everybody to experience all of those.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
those were all unique to your own visions. I need all of you to roll wisdom saving throws, please. Which I don't know if exhaustion. I think that's only skill checks and not saving throws, right?
Saving throws is a different one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Saving throws is like
Just
the third level. Yeah.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw.
I ain't great at that either. Oh, but that's alright.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
You know, Gillian, that's appropriate. I think yours was by far the most horrific.
That was really
that was
bad.
a nightmare. Yeah.
Started off so well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have real nightmares tonight.
Let's see. That was a good use of inspiration.
Mm.
Gillian and Celeste. I need both of you to roll a 1d100, please.
Oh boy.
You are now a potted plant.
Oh man, I missed that. Wild magic. That was good stuff. All right. Gillian, I need you to roll a 1d10, please.
This is like one of those like fortune teller things.
Yeah. What terrible thing is going to befall you now?
That's right.
4 times, please. Okay. Let's see, 59. All right. Give me a 1d4, please.
What is going on? Yeah. You get to the last one, it just says, you died.
You died. You're just opening progressively worse doors. Oh my god.
Oh no, what's
Gillian,
happening?
you are so shaken from this vision that you awaken and find yourself blinded.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
It's just darkness all around you. All you can see are just the horrifying visions of what you saw.
Oh no.
Oh, good.
Like,
All right.
it's that thing where you get scared so bad from seeing that you just can't, you're just blinded.
Well, someone's gotta carry me now.
Celeste, I need you
So
to...
she just wakes up screaming, her eyes just glazed over.
Yep.
Yikes.
I feel like that needs to be acted out.
Celeste, I need you to roll a 1d10 for me.
I don't want to.
Don't do
now.
it, Claire.
None of it is
I'm
good.
glad I used inspiration.
Yeah.
I also got a 3.
That was on the one, yeah, the 1d10. Okay. Celeste, you guys have to find Celeste because she has not woken up, and that's usually, and she is just, she is like paralyzed in like a horrified. Or no, she's not horrified. She was just completely stoic, wasn't she? Because it was like the mind control thing. So you just find her just looking completely passive, normal, almost in like a death-like trance. But she is completely paralyzed.
It's the creepy like eyes open like I'm staring through your soul stare too.
But she's not
Like,
moving or responding or anything.
Smallest smirk on her face. Just
Oh, sorry,
like,
I read the wrong one. I was looking at short-term madness. Sorry. Long-term madness.
Oh, good.
Okay, Celeste,
think so,
I'll let you decide this, but your effect is that you have basically obsessive compulsive. You feel compelled to repeat a specific activity over and over again, such as washing your hands, touching things, counting.
And I'm blind?
And you
you're
are blind. Yep.
Which one's worse?
Yeah.
People live full and healthy lives with both conditions.
That's true.
Yeah,
There's-
but
there's
OCD
definitely
can be
one.
treated with an SSRI. Blindness.
Is there no treatable?
Yeah, there's definitely one I'd rather have, and that's
So, Celeste, which
Elephant.
which activity would you like to repeat over and over again?
It's going to be cleaning my blades.
Okay.
Constant.
You find Celeste just
Appropriate.
obsessively like cleaning her blades, just like all the time.
It's like sharpening and then clean. Sharpen and then clean. Sharpen and then clean.
I could not be more clean right now.
Or sharper.
All right.
Nub.
It's all my blades
Celeste?
too. So it's like 2 swords and a dagger.
Right. Just whatever bladed weapon you can get your hands on. This is to be clean.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Are you all right there, Colette?
Shing, 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 shing.
Have to get them clean. They need to be clean. They must be clean. The master says they must be clean. They have to be clean to get the job done. They can't get the job done unless they're clean.
You remember that
Well,
Transformers character that's like, what it just talks really fast, Eric Idleman.
Oh, okay then.
I gather the 3 that are not blinded and OCD'd.
I'm just like running around and like frantically like knocking.
I can't see!
That's how you respond if you're blinded? You run around! Out of my way, everyone! Blind person coming through! That's terrible.
Like I'm on fire. That's what.
That's right. Just gotta escape the blindness.
I have to run.
Maybe I can outrun it.
This girl is on fire.
Okay.
Well,
Go
good
ahead.
news.
Uh-huh. What's the good news?
Wait,
That the rest of you are okay? Is that the
the
good
rest
news?
of us are fine.
Just wear these sunglasses and you'll be okay.
I've got these two eye patches you can put on either side of your head.
Oh, great.
You should make Theron be your seeing eye bear.
There you go. Well, you can.
Why aren't they clean?
Let's just tie a rope around her and let's get going.
Well, we can put Celeste on the Vorn if we can get. Not Celeste. We can put Gillian on the Vorn.
Oh my! Are you all okay?
No. If we can get Celeste to agree to it.
You are screaming an awful lot.
There was. We had enough a rough night, man.
Why can't I get the blades clean? The blades need to be clean.
Celeste, Gillian's gonna ride on the robot, okay?
Are her blades clean?
Yeah, they're great.
Her blades need to be clean. They must be clean.
Maybe you can clean her blades while she rides your robot.
Okay, I'll clean the blades.
Is that a euphemism?
Okay.
Meanwhile, Gillian, I'm feeling a bit down. Why don't you play some uplifting music for us? This weather is a little gloomy.
I mean, I think I still could. You know,
Is the
it's
music
not
in
like
your
it's-
heart?
It's not like it's the piano. I feel like you don't really need to see a lot for the bagpipes, right? A lot
yeah.
of that feels like just more feel.
Right.
Can't you pretty much play any musical instrument blind?
I mean,
Charles
yes,
played the
but
piano
I would
blind.
I would say
Yeah.
piano is probably a little bit harder, but yeah, I'm sure people can.
Yeah.
Are you
Charles.
reading? Are you reading sheet
I
music?
imagine the
But I'm not in the mood to play my bagpipes, so I'm
I'm fucking blind, man.
screw you. I'm not going to bless you with my beautiful music right now.
Now morale is
Music
just
is dead.
morale is plummeted.
That's right. Oh god, our morale center is blind. None of us are gonna be doing good after this.
What the heck, man? So how do I cure my blindness? Can I like find a therapist
question.
or something to help me deal with my traumatic dreams?
Yeah. Undril also appears shaken, although she appears to have staved off any of the worst effects of it. But she's like, I'm sorry. I really hope we can find some solace here. If the order's out there, they should be able to heal you all.
Yeah, I've
Is it-
heard of
No, Unroll, are you okay? Is something the matter?
I'm okay.
Did you
you
have
need
any
to help
bad
with this.
dreams?
Yeah, she describes a bad dream she had. That her dream is that you found the order. It was like a campsite, like Camp Righteous, and there was just nothing but like undead milling about. That was her. Like
Right.
everybody was all like welcoming her, and then she turned, and they were all like undead faces and zombies like reaching out to her. That was her nightmare.
They should have kept their blades clean.
Oh god.
The Tabaxi seem fine, but they don't want to talk about what they saw. And Annette is like Celeste, where she is just obsessively praying. She just has not stopped praying this whole time.
Oh no. Ugh.
And that,
Max goes, women, right?
Manix never wastes an opportunity for sexism.
Gillian just throws her bagpipes in the general direction.
Yeah, they managed. Manix is so bad at dodging, he still manages to miss the flying bagpipes from a blind woman, just right in the face. Purr, makes a little sound as it hits him. All right, the Tabaxi thankfully are fine with continuing to trudge along the river, and
Oh, great.
the entire morale of the camp has just dropped rather terribly.
Well, suddenly, yeah, exactly. All right. Well, we got Gillian on the back of the robot at least, so she doesn't have to, trip over sticks or whatnot.
hey, Gillian, duck.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
Don't write. Yeah,
Who am I?
Vorn, don't walk into too many low. Is that right?
Don't try to avoid all of them. Just
If it looks like one would knock off a person, maybe not that one.
Gillian is just internalizing all of this hatred and animosity.
We're treating the blind person like she's also deaf and just talking
Yeah.
about her while she's right there.
Gillian is just going to turn against you all at some point. As soon as I get my vision back.
The next Grung or Goblin that shows up, Gillian's just like enlisting.
Yeah.
See, y'all are all worried about me being the one to turn on you. Mm-mm. I'm just here silently cleaning my blades and making sure that they're sharp. And yeah, just...
You continue along the river.
Do we?
For the better part of the
Sure.
day, your motley crew grumbling and moaning the whole way. And then through the foliage along the river, you see a crude timber fortification, a walled compound with watchtowers and tents inside, encircled by a ditch bristling with sharpened stakes. A large gatehouse faces the river, on the shore of which are 4 rowboats tied to a wooden post. Scattered around the area are piles of charred humanoid corpses and flayed animal carcasses swarming with flies. Above the fort,
Hey, Gillian, take a look at this.
Oh, sorry. This straight asshole.
After a very short
The
period of
jungle's
time,
extra beautiful today.
We all start thinking it's funny and just making fun of her.
Yeah.
That's how it evolves.
Just her rage meter is increasing. Above the fort,
I love it.
you recognize the symbol of a gauntleted fist clutching a sword, which you all know is the symbol for the Order of the Gauntlet.
Except for Gillian.
What's going on?
Yeah. So what's out there?
Is it dinosaurs? Is it zombies?
Um,
On the gatehouse, one of the guards cups his gauntlets over his mouth and shouts, first turning into the camp, then out at you all. Oi! A party approaches from the north! Stay your business and choose your words carefully! The guards on the watchtowers all appear to be armed with heavy crossbows.
Are your blades clean?
I'll ask Undril, do these look like your folks in this fort? Can we see the people in the watchtower?
Yeah, they look like they are dressed with the kind of knightly armor and chainmail that you have not seen like any military person wear in Port Nine-Zaru, for example.
Yeah.
So it does like they would be not from the area, just based on their armor. Undril,
I'll turn to I'll ask
Yeah.
Undril, like, is there any specific passphrase or something like that you all pass around?
she nods and kind of appears to like steady herself and kind of shout back. It says, "My name is Undril Silvertusk, priest of Torm and cheval rank in the Order of the Gauntlet. I've come on assignment to reinforce the outpost here in Schultz. We are to report to Commander Breakbone." The guard appears to lean in and talk with his partner, and the other swiftly walks to climb, presumably down a ladder into the fort itself. A few moments pass before the large, sturdy doors slowly open. A young human woman with long, messy hair and a middle-aged dwarf encased almost entirely in plate armor approach you, and they are both flanked by a pair of guards, and they motion for you to kind of approach closer. They came up basically to the entrance of the fort, and you guys
I'll actually ask Undril, like, what do you know about this breakbone?
She says, "Not much, I'm afraid. I think he was a general at one point. Nobody wanted to go to Chult, so I think somebody just kind of drew straws and he ended up with the shortest one. So he might not.
But
want...
is he a dwarf? Do you know that much at least?
I don't think so.
Do you know anything?
I mean, I thought they
Like
were. I thought they were back at Camp Righteous. I don't know.
I guess what I'm getting at is, do you know like physical description? Like, is he a man? Is he a half orc? Like tall? Is he short? Do you know anything about him like physically?
I believe he's a human man.
Okay. All right. Keep your wits about you. I don't trust these folks yet.
I guess I don't think we're gonna be able to fight our way through them all.
Oh, my blades are really sharp right now.
Cut steel.
I could not be more sharp. I'll go ahead and put you guys on that.
Okay.
Excuse me, on the map if you guys want to see it. Just make sure. Hang on one second, make sure everything's set up. And you're in the upper right corner.
Upper right corner. All right.
She just had like 2 big X's on Gillian's token.
Were the eyes?
That means I would be dead. Is that what you
I think so.
Your eyes are dead.
I will say I think my map is supposed to be black and it's not. I can
Oh,
That's true.
really.
I wouldn't do that to you. Actually, put that ninja face.
There you go.
Although, what was... I'll leave that symbol for... Yeah, both of you are suffering from the effects.
All right. From he's motioning for us to approach him.
The woman dressed in
A
kind of the
woman is-
knightly garb. Yeah, they walked out together, the dwarf and the woman. Dwarf man and human woman, flanked by a pair of guards, have walked out of the gatehouse at this point and are kind of motioning for you to approach. They do not have... they're armed, but they are not wielding their weapons.
Okay. As we approach slowly, I'll yell out to them. I'll just say, "You Breakbone?"
They both... she actually... Which I can show you there.
Oh yeah.
Pictures. Whoops. What the hell? Why is that?
Moving the one dude.
Yeah, I didn't move to... It's Shift Z, isn't it? It's not working.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't remember. There you go.
Alright, that's the dwarf. That's the other woman. She says, the woman speaks up first. She says, "My name is Captain Salhana. This is Captain Firebeard. Sister Silvertusk, was it? We didn't think anyone else was coming, nor are you what we were expecting." She really glances at all of you in turn, kind of raises her eyebrows at the tabaxi and the turtle, the half-drow, the triton riding on the robot. Yeah, you guys are a crew. She takes it all in for a couple moments. He says, "These are all the reinforcements the Order sent? As priests, surely you are not the leader of this group. Where did you all come from? Who's in charge of your expedition?" She just appears very, like, curt and, you know, soldierly-like.
Right.
Sort of reinforcements.
Yeah, I assume you were expecting some sort of cadre of silver-armored, muscled men.
She looks at you and says, "Do you speak for this group, then,
I don't know that any of us speak for it.
Mr.
Yeah, he
Mannix.
does. He'll never shut up.
Mannix. Calder Mannix.
Nice."
We're mercenaries, let's say. We're here to help.
Her eyes narrow a bit at that.
We're here to help. I don't think your order's sending anything official capacity, unfortunately.
Undril says, Undril kind of speaks, puts a hand on your shoulder and kind of stands up with you. Says, there was some miscommunication with the reinforcements, but this crew ended up heeding the call, and they have gotten us this far. We found Camp Righteous. When she mentions that, Captain Solana's eyes kind of flit down to the ground for a second, and she looks back up and just kind of nods. Undril says, "So we really just need... We'd like to rest."
Right now, we need to sleep. We can talk about anything else you want to talk about.
Wait, what do you guys know about Camp Righteous?
Are you asking them or your own party?
Them.
Okay. Solana says that Camp Righteous is where they first set up camp when they came to Chult. and things went very badly there. She says they were unprepared for the amount of undead and the ferocity with which they attacked, and they were forced to abandon the camp and retreat. And she says that they thought they would all just hightail it back to Port Nyanzaru and try and re-ship out from there, but the Commander Breakbone insisted that they trudge further upriver and redouble their efforts and fortify into a more firm fortification within the jungle and continue fighting back against the undead.
How successful has this fortress been against that?
That the two, the dwarf and the human woman, look at each other with kind of a glance, and they kind of look out at you, and she just sighs and says, "Welcome to Camp Vengeance." And she just kind of motions.
As the entire time they're talking,
Yeah.
Can I be using my ear for deceit? I'm rolling an insight check, even though I do have disadvantage. Well, I guess I do have disadvantage, but I can never get lower than a 14, so that's something. So a 14.
Nothing she says appears to be a lie. She appears to be forthcoming with you thus far.
Okay.
You think that that is probably indeed what happened at Camp Righteous, and that obviously this fort looks very well fortified, but she is, you probably feel justifiably
On guard?
On guard, yeah, and especially not knowing who the fuck you guys are, and you show up looking like
Right.
you do. Yeah, she appears to be somewhat untrustworthy at the moment. But Undril has done her part to kind of help sway.
Yeah.
And Undril even speaks up and says, I have a written orders to officially sealed from a Kalinar to reinforce this fortification, and this is the team that's going to do it. She kind of glances back at you with
that. I would have read those orders if I'd known you had them.
She kind of glares at you.
You see in the background, shink, shink.
Yeah. Yeah, she turns back and says, is there any way you can get that one to stop, like, brandishing her blades?
Shink.
She's harmless.
Probably not.
Yeah, she ain't gonna cut nobody.
At that,
Well,
Celeste will literally just raise an eyebrow.
I wouldn't say that exactly.
Excessively cleaning my knives, but
Vorn's eyes light up and says, don't worry, I won't let her hurt herself.
Great.
I just pat him.
Yeah. If she wants to hurt others, though, that's on her.
Right. Yeah, we could use some sleep. We got friends who have some mental instabilities. One of us is struck with the jungle blindness. So.
Jungle blindness.
She looked at
Is that a thing? I don't know if that's a thing.
It's like jungle fever, but way less sexy.
Yeah, I don't like how it sounds. I don't think you should call it jungle blindness.
Got a touch of the jungle blindness. If you know what I need, glug glug, say no more. She appears to be willing to let you all in. She says, kind of just, welcome to Camp Vengeance. And she says, I'll need to take you to Commander Breakbone right away.
Shink.
All right.
That
Let's go see your commander.
thing you have back there, you're not quite sure what she's referring to.
The blind fish person?
Turtle.
The bladed drow? Or the giant construct?
Undril just does this. Oh my god. That's a construct. That is
Yeah, that one.
that is under your control, yes?
Thunder mine. Shink.
Don't say that. you're not one of the most mentally stable of us right at the moment. He's under control insofar as he can't hurt a single one of you.
Shink.
Isn't that right, Vorn?
Oh, that is very true.
See?
At that point,
from him.
Everybody kind of takes a step back. It's like, it talked!
Yep.
Yeah, he'll do that.
Oh.
Take us in, Vorn. Let's go.
Righto! He just starts chopping his way forward.
So has he got Kaless and Gillian on him at the moment?
I mean, I assume Kaless never gets off of him. And
never get out of him. Okay, so he's got like two shoulders on each shoulder.
He's got 2 shoulders. And this whole time, I was like whispering to Gillian, like telling her what everyone looked like and stuff like that.
There you
So that
go.
way she wouldn't be surprised.
Gillian, you better not-
I am just leading like the hell away from her and her dying.
Yeah, you're just hearing.
You just
That
hear
I'm
the...
hearing in
Yep.
my ear
You just hear that constantly.
every time.
Ugh. I don't like that. You need to have the Matrix, that piece of cloth tied around your head that he has at the end of the Matrix.
Yeah.
Alright. So there's 2 people on the construct.
Don't
Yep.
worry, he's a gentle giant. He only hates
Yep.
fire, so...
Hope you don't got any of that.
Alright, you are all led inside the fort. And yeah, everybody gives you a very, like, you know, upraised eyebrows and everything between the half-drow sharpening her blades, Vorn in general, the Triton, the young woman who's continually praying all the time, even the Tabaxi, they don't, you know, it's just like, cat people. The inside of the fort is a stagnant mess. Muddy pools
Just
are
leave
filled...
mannequin
Muddy-
then as normal.
Muddy pools are filled with buzzing insects. Everyone you see is sweating through their armor. You can hear the coughs and cries of pain coming from the 2 large tents on either side of the primary commander's tent here in the middle, which you can presume signify their use as like field hospitals up here. And from what you can hear and smell, they sound extremely full of sick people. You can also see occasionally a what looks like a priest or a cleric type figure kind of going in and out, administering
I can fix
to...
that. Shink.
What was the name of the woman again?
She was Captain Salhana, and she introduced the dwarf
Salhana.
as Captain Firebeard.
Alright. Can I talk to her like quietly enough to where people won't hear as we're walking?
Yeah, you can kind of
Kind of
try
pull
to...
her aside.
Yeah,
As we're walking towards where
she
she's
regards
taking us.
you with a very cool expression. Just...
Yeah. Say, your commander, Bonebreak. Would you
Commander
Breakbone?
Breakbone.
Yes, that's the
Oh,
one.
pardon me.
Yeah. Do you regard him as what you consider a reasonable man?
Why do you say that?
I don't know exactly where you are in Schult right now, but you folks may be in a slightly even more precarious position than you imagine yourselves to be. And I don't want to set off any alarms in someone excitable or obstinate.
She kind of narrows her eyes at you and says, "You should tell everything that you can to our commander." And she kind of appears hesitant at first. Just says, "Maybe we should speak again later."
Let's do that.
Closely never get together. Shink. Next has a date.
That's right. Score!
I think I just got to first base. Also, what is first base?
What I'm thinking is that I don't know if they're aware, which maybe they are, maybe I don't know, but that people who die come back as zombies, because I'm immediately afraid of a camp full of sick people because of that.
Undrel.
That's what I'm thinking. In my
Yeah,
head.
Undrel.
Yellow
Yeah.
heart.
The two captains appear to, and you presume the dwarf is just a man of very few words. He just appears very stoic. Stand on either side of the tent and kind of gesture inside, and she just says, whoever among you is a spokesperson or persons need to report to the commander.
I'll go.
Yeah, that's all of us except Andra. I assume you want to meet with your commander. Annette,
Yeah.
get people.
She's pretty much
hang
already
out
like
with, hang out with Warren
halfway.
out here. Yeah.
She's pretty much halfway to the tent already, and she like immediately ducks inside, and you can hear like just various sounds and things.
Yeah. We'll have Annette and the cat people and Vorn hang out outside, just in hold position, and the rest of us will go inside, I guess.
Yeah, the Vorn is drawing like a minor crowd. A few of the guards have like gathered around and looked at it, and everybody appears to be in just not great shape. Like even the people who
Right.
are like out and about are just like sweating and just appear like exhausted, and just nobody appears really like healthy or happy to be there.
Well, then as we're leaving, then I'll tell Annette. Hey, your whole shtick's helping the common man, right? Well, there's a lot of common men around here who need some help. So have at it.
Which one are you talking to?
Annette.
Okay, Annette continues praying.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I tell
So they have the jungle fever.
Yeah.
I tell Vorn to go into canopy mode
There you go.
to provide some shelter for the tabaxi and Annette as she's praying.
Yeah. Well, then I'll tell the tabaxi to look out for her. She's...
They sigh. It's like, we are always on babysitting duty.
it's your lot in life, man.
I am girl.
Wait, what? This is news to me.
They've been brother and sister this whole time.
What? Mannix has not been paying
Maddox is like, well, that changes
Oh.
everything.
Wait, which one of you is the girl?
You know what? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. I'll find out later.
Wait.
Look, Maddox is a lonely man. All right. Yep, the NPCs all hang out outside, draw a fairly big crowd from the camp, who is obviously not used to seeing these kind of people enter the camp.
Shake.
You all walk into the tent. The tent is not big enough to accommodate all of you, so instead I will have the commander just walk out of the tent, but pretend you're all going inside the tent for now. Commander Breakbone. Commander is a gray-haired, wrinkled man wearing a decorated uniform. Nasty scars line his face. As you walked in, he appeared to be muttering just nonsense to himself, but seems to straighten up when he recognizes his captains, though his eyes darken when he sees you all. The inside of a large tent clearly functions as both a living area for the commander and a table with a crude map of the Cholton jungle. The map has erratic writing and squiggles all over it, encircling various parts of the jungle, dotted with skull symbols that are hastily drawn. Solana speaks up first and says, "Commander, sir, these are reinforcements from..." And she kind of looks at you, like at a loss for words for a moment. Reinforcements.
Sword Coast.
Yeah, from the Sword Coast. And the commander looks at him and says, Sword Coast! These! Them! What is that? A turtle? Is that a drow in my camp? Look at their dress! These are not Order of the Gauntlet soldiers, and you let them in? Solana says,
Can I go into stealth mode?
Not at the moment. You're too busy cleaning your blades. Solana says, Sir, they had a priest with them, Sister Silvertusk. She had written orders from Kalinar. So, they killed the real reinforcements and took the orders then. I expect more from you, Captain. She kind of
I
looks...
don't like this guy.
She just kind of rocks back on her heels for a second and just kind of just swallows whatever she's about to say.
I'm afraid your order isn't doing too well on the mainland. Commander.
Who are you to speak to me?
Do I have a blow dart gun?
We are not of your order, as you so intelligently have guessed. We are hired to assist you by your order.
Mercenaries.
Sure.
Do I have line of sight to Manic?
You went with him, didn't you? Or are you still with Vorn?
Yeah,
but I meant for like where we're standing in the tent. But Manix and I be able to see each other.
Oh, for Thieves' Cant. I see what you
Yeah. For sure, yeah.
And we're both of us. We're probably healthily assuming that none of these, nightly do-gooders know the Thieves' Cant. So.
Yeah.
Yes, mercenaries. That's what you want to call us. I've never gone by that name personally, but why not?
And what are you doing here, mercenary?
If this Colossus will start to sign to Manic, just real sneakily, like, there's something wrong with this guy.
You're telling me he's bonkers. But he's also in charge.
Because I'm also going to be, like, signing out the door to the Tabaxi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they appear much more
Variety of
interested
things.
in babysitting.
Yeah. But one of those things is helping you and you.
Well, maybe you've heard the tale of our righteous crusade against the undead, a shining beacon of light in this unholy land. Yes?
Certainly have.
He's
seen the works of it too.
He bends down to pour
Down
over his
river a
map.
bit.
He's like pointing and waving. The dead don't rest, you see, and neither do we. We'll send you out. Yes, we'll send all of you out to the basin. Aha! They're always coming from the south. You see, the south and the east and the south. We're all that stands in the way of a damned undead apocalypse. At that, the dwarf captain, both captains came in with you, appears to actually speak up for the first time. He says, "Commander, we sent out Corporal Igor and a dozen of our forces into the jungle a week ago and never heard back from them yet. Maybe we could send this lot out after them." The commander kind of just waves his hands. "Unnecessary! Igor will never fail me. He's probably busy cleansing the whole jungle east of the river. No, we'll send this lot out right now."
That's all great ideas, Commander. However, we have been hiking through the jungle many, many days. Some of us have come down with some jungle maladies that a good night's rest might assuage.
Fever.
Shink.
So, before we can do any good to your organization, we will need a night's rest
Shink.
in this massive fort of yours.
Rest, yes. Rest. Rest is when they come. Rest. Ooh. All right. We'll get some rest tonight, yes? And then we will be fortified, we will be fit, we will march on the jungle and put it to the flame, we will burn the jungle to the ground, and cleanse this land of its dead. Yes. First thing in the morning. Every second, the dead grow stronger. And he kind of continues along this rambling for a little bit until finally, Captain Solana
Somebody
just
tells us we're dismissed.
Captain Solana just kind of coughs politely and just kind of motions for you all to leave.
So we're leaving. I'll whisper to Gillian. He looked as crazy as he sounded.
He had an eye, though.
He had an eye.
You're muted.
She's been deafened too. Oh no.
I have eyes.
You do have eyes.
They just don't work.
Karen doesn't know about these semantics. Solana doesn't remark about that at all, or doesn't appear to be, and just kind of motions you all to the back end of the camp. She says, I don't know where this construct of yours can rest, or if it needs to, but we have a few spare tents in the back. As the commander said, we recently sent out a force. Our last good fighting force was sent out against... She kind of glances at the dwarf. There were some discussions about it, but Corporal Rygor was sent out with a bunch of forces to hunt the undead, leaving us with not very many healthy inside the fort itself. So there are tents available for you.
Great.
Are there crossbow bolts available for purchase?
She looks at you and says,
You're
I don't...
blind, lady. Your priorities have changed.
I don't really want to give this one a crossbow.
That's discrimination.
Oh no, I'm sorry, it's nothing about your triteness. I just don't, you don't appear to be able to,
She's already got a crossbow. It's too late for that.
My disability.
That's right.
You gave her a crossbow?
You know what?
Disability Act.
You're right, we're trying to work on this, we really are.
I take out my crossbow and I say, see, like I'm gonna aim it at her, but I'm aiming it like...
Give it to me now!
Give it to me now.
It's like, yes, we have some meager supplies, but you should be able to stock up on any rations or ammunition that you may need here. We could
someone who can get rid of compulsion.
We could scare some bolts. Yeah. And then
just keeps praying.
Do you have anything in the way of priests or clerics or whatnot that can heal maladies of the mental variety?
Shink.
She nods, but also looks at your arm and says, "And the physical variety?"
That too. I forgot about that. That's
or is that always just how your arm looks?
What, the charred, crispy, black stump that used to be my arm?
Yeah, you should really get that looked at.
Yeah.
She says, yeah, she says that's the one thing we have staffed here is some priests of Torm who aid in our healing. Unfortunately, this camp is located very near the Eldani Basin, which is a swamp in the middle of the jungle. And as you can tell, and you all have felt the heat now and just the humidity, these conditions are not very good. And we're just not used to this from the Sword Coast. We pretty much have a lot of our fighting forces at this point receiving treatment. Our clerics are doing all they can, but there's just something... People just aren't recovering as we normally see. But yes, there may be a bit of a waiting line, but we should be able to let you all get checked out.
All right, we've got in order of, well, I don't know about
terrible afflictions.
Yeah, in order of priority, the blindness is probably at the top. That's probably the worst. After that, probably my arm, and then we got a lady who's got some OCD problems. She might need some help.
Manix silently signals to put his arm above the blind.
Yeah, that's right. You know, blindness, my arm. It's 1 and 2.
I would argue Celeste's problem seems a little bit more...
Oh, come on!
...troublesome than your arm. She seems like she cannot stop swinging her swords.
We haven't seen her in combat yet. For all we know, she's just going to be useless, sitting there cleaning blades, but...
I don't know. I'm a bit worried about her killing all of us in our sleep now, so...
That hasn't changed since the beginning.
Now there's a constant reminder, though.
I would say if we tell her that our blood will get her blades dirty, that would solve the problem, but then that might cause her not to fight for us later.
Yeah, doesn't want to get the blades dirty.
6 of one, half dozen of another.
Shink.
All right, fine. Blindness, craziness, charred arm.
That's how Mannix ended up on the lowest end of the totem pole with his mangled arm.
And we've got a... I don't know if she's a paladin. She's a cleric, isn't she? Undril?
Yeah.
Undril, and we've got a priest in training who might be able to help you all if you can heal her at some point, too. She's also a little, jungle crazy.
So this basically the equivalent of like a Jesus Christ.
We've been in the jungle for too long, man.
We were expecting reinforcements, not refugees.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
Also, if a local shows up that is looking for us, she's our friend. She's also inflicted with a terrible curse, but don't worry about that.
That sounds like something I should worry about.
It'll be fine.
He's like,
well, giant robots come with their price.
That's right.
Thankfully, this fortification has stood strong. We definitely haven't underestimated like we did with Camp Righteous. Plus, the undead appear to be more congregated in the east, to the east of the river. So we haven't had as many undead attacks or beast attacks over here, but we are taking no chances.
Theron's going to ask her, do the undead actually attack the fortress?
She says they've had a few like stragglers wander in from the jungle, but it almost just seems kind of random, and no rhyme or reason to it. And there's a giant moat outside that's not currently full of water. It's mostly just mud. It's just basically like a ditch with the big sharpened spikes, and she says that usually slows them down enough, and then somebody on the watchtower can like pick it off, but it's never usually more than like one or two. Occasionally some beast will come rampaging down, but they can shoo it off or something. So she's like, there's been no like coordinated attack or anything to that nature. Nothing like what showed up at Camp Righteous, which was just like a giant like Walking Dead style horde.
Yeah.
Herd, I guess they would call them.
Huh.
But yeah, she mentions that maybe you all get a sleep first, and then she will let the Sister Sias know, who is their head priest, that there needs to be some more beds freed in the infirmary.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do that. As we're heading into the beds, though, I will try to pull her aside as we discussed and try to talk to her a little bit off to the side. I have a candle.
Here's a Dido CD.
Best I got. Are you a fan of Evanescence?
Oh God.
No, I'll tell her. I'll say,
women, am I right?
They all love Evanescence.
That's Max's pickup line. You're all crazy and you know it. He'll pull her aside and say, I don't mean any offense to your commander. I'm sure you're loyal and all, but per our previous conversation, he doesn't strike me as too reasonable a man. You, however, strike me as somewhat of a reasonable person. Level-headed, as it were.
She kind of looks you up and down for a long
It's a
moment.
long drink.
Yeah. Says
not to say that you necessarily need to agree with me on this. This is just me stating facts here.
You need to agree with me on this.
Opinions that I myself hold.
which are not facts.
Right. Yeah.
She kind of nods slowly and says, This has taken a strain on us all, losing Camp Righteous like we did. We lost a lot of our own, and the commander has grown increasingly eccentric since then.
The strain of this sort of situation might do that to a man.
Yes.
Let me be clear about something. We came here to help you all. We are not part of your order, so following orders isn't necessarily part of our requirements. So, hypothetically speaking, if your commander were to give us an order that did not help you all, we might be inclined to instead do something that, while not specifically what he ordered, is more beneficial to your group. If someone were to let us know exactly what that is.
She looks at you for a long time and just kind of nods. Says, I don't know if sending you out as he wants to is the best course of action. As he himself mentioned, we recently sent out a force of pretty much the last of our able-bodied men and women out into the jungle. In some place he was convinced there was an undead horde. Just sent them right into the middle, about a dozen, leaving us with, pardon the phrase, a skeleton crew manning the watchtowers and the gatehouse. Most of what's left are injured, are sick, dying in our field hospitals. Our priests can barely keep up, which it's not a good situation to be in, and with you all coming, even as haggard as you are, I don't trust any, I don't sense any evil intent within you. And Tyr is very strict on this. You can have evil thoughts, we do not act on them, but evil acts must be punished. The commander has not done an evil act yet. Foolish, maybe. For now, I would ask that you all maybe stay here with us a little longer. Surely you will need to stay to heal, if anything.
Understand.
Captain Firebeard and I have been running the camp more than the commander, I will say.
That is
we filter his
fairly clear.
Yeah, we've been filtering his eccentricities. Firebeard is more loyal than I. He considers the commander a dear friend of his. I don't know if he would be on the same page.
I understand. Well, like I said, we're not of your order, but should your commander send us out to do something, we'll happily walk out those front gates, but what we do outside those gates is dependent on what we think is best.
She nods and says, maybe trying to find Rygor would be the best course of action. He has been missing for almost a week now. We did expect him to just go out maybe on a 2-day expedition and then return.
I understand. I'm going to believe as I'm... How familiar are you with this death curse that's happening in Jolt?
We haven't... We've been out here. We've been cut off from all communication. If you know anything, any updates from the Order, that would be helpful. I don't.
He'll
know what you were talking about.
He'll lean in real close and whisper it to her, just to make sure no one else even hears. Says, "Watch your dead. The dead come back as the undead." And he'll just leave.
Her eyes kind of shoot up at that and just kind of is stunned for a second. So yeah, you guys can walk over to the left side of the map, and that has all the various beds in it.
I'll tell Vorn to go into like Overwatch mode.
That's right.
Overwatch.
tell him that no one comes within 15 feet of our tent.
His arm just retracts and comes out as like a machine cannon, just Overwatch.
Oh God! You found the trigger word.
Battle station. Do you want to leave him up at the front, or where do you want to take him?
Oh no, he's by the tent with us.
Okay. Yeah, the tents are
Yeah,
over here.
he is literally in like Overwatch mode by the tent. Like you keep everyone back 15 feet from the tent while we're sleeping, especially that commander.
Mm-hmm.
But be nice about it.
But be nice about it.
If he comes close, just pick him up and hold on to him until I wake up. Maybe shake him down and make sure he doesn't have any weapons on him.
Tabaxi just kind of gently lead Annette to a tent.
Right.
Undrill's still in the field hospital tent. You feel that she's just kind of got her duties now.
Yeah, just gonna help them do their thing.
Yep. As you guys walk over to the left side of your of the barracks tents, you also see a what looks like a hastily put together prison to the north of them. It looks like it's hastily constructed out of leftover like wood material, presumably from the fort itself, from the giant wooden walls. And inside there are 3 Cholton figures. Who look like they are rather exhausted.
Do we recognize any of them?
You do not.
What did they do to wind up in your prison?
At this point, you've left the captains behind. You'd have to go back.
Oh, okay.
Remember, you did your like undead and then walked away.
Yeah, and then I walked off. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's kind of at this point left. They're kind of still like mingling about the area, so you could talk with her, but
Can I ask this guy?
What happened to you all?
Yeah.
the nearest guard just kind of talks up and just kind of he doesn't look like he wants to be there for sure, but he just kind of says, "Don't talk to the prisoners."
I wasn't talking to you.
They just look kind of sullen.
Look past him and fall off with blood there and said, "What happened to you all?"
Guard says, I said don't talking to the prisoners.
I will go shink, and I said, "Be quiet."
We're here to help.
I am helping. Clean my blades.
You watch it with those knives.
Step back then. Shink,
No,
shink.
I gotta guard the prisoners.
You can guard them. We're not talking to you. Just shush. Shink.
The figures inside appear very like sullen and exhausted, and just the one woman inside kind of eyes you all curiously.
They're not responding to us?
No.
Well, guard, what did they do to wind up in this prison then? We can't talk to them.
Well, they led us right to Camp Righteous, of course. We hired some guides out of Port Nine Zara when we touched down and went out in the jungle. And they led us right to that camp. And that camp was overrun with undead. So, you know, it's...
You suspect them to be in league with the undead?
That's right, that's right. So, the commander insisted we put him in irons here. Just to be sure.
Okay.
You can't trust these Cholton folks, you know.
Sure. Although I think like half our parties Cholton
Yeah.
originally.
Yeah.
Or Cholton adjacent.
Cholton adjacent.
Alright. I don't particularly want to attack a guard. Or whatever.
How much money would it take for you to step aside for a second so we can talk to the prisoners?
Oh, what the hell do I need money for? What am I gonna buy around here?
Maybe your way out.
Oh, you got an airship with you?
I mean, it seems like your commander is going to be the death of you anyway, so might as well take the chance.
He huffs and says, "Oh, what do you got on you?"
I got a couple silver.
He kind of rubs his stomach absently.
You ever been high on dancing monkey fruit, friend?
What?
What? What is that?
He's like blowing his face.
Dancing what now? That sounds good.
Now, you don't want to do this. I'll pull one out. You don't want to do this while you're in public. It causes a bit of a reaction, a euphoric state, as it were.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
How euphoric are we talking here?
It'll make you forget you're even in the jungle.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you won't feel the heat. You won't feel the sweat. You won't feel the mosquitoes. All you'll feel is the dancing.
That sounds real nice. All right.
I'll put one of the dancing monkeys. Here, just take this. Go back to your tent where no one can see you.
All right.
Have a bit of that.
And this
Just
goes
enjoy
up.
your night, man.
This goes up the asshole, or what? How do you
Yes.
I mean, you gotta crush it first, but yeah.
Oh, it'll
That's a
get
great
crushed. It'll get crushed.
Oh dear.
Half goes
What's
in the
fast?
back and half goes in the front.
You get faster absorption through the asshole.
No shit.
You won't be able to do that for a while.
He grabs the fruit and like, all right, this sounds great. And just, like lumbers off. Just he drops his spear at first, and then he like, oh
no.
He walks back and grabs. I should take this, and he grabs it.
Have fun. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too. I mean, whatever. He runs off.
That was easy. Maybe I should have gone. Maybe I should have gone into drug dealing.
You ever been high on dancing monkey fruit? Mannix, you're gonna have a point of inspiration for thinking about the monkey fruit.
I do.
All right, the
Can I help
prisoner.
him pick the lock on the jail.
You ask the prisoners. What about you guys?
You guys want to get
I
high?
just want to get high. I got more fruit. Forget about your predicament. A little while. Hey, zombie, you want to get high? You want to get fucked up? This is Mannix's new action in combat.
This is his new solution.
Just offering drugs. You can pick the lock. It takes about 10 minutes of in world time.
I have a lockpick.
Yeah.
Kit.
You would need a lockpick to pick the lock,
Yeah, I've
but
got one of those.
it does take some time.
With some tools.
There is a watchtower right here above you, but you would probably be able to tell, at what point the guard was deigning to look in or not.
I'll keep a lookout while Darren was already talking to them.
Yeah, you can.
There's an S. So how about it? You guys want to get out of here?
Their eyes flit over you, and it's just like, who are you? You're not.
Angel.
Darren Bristlebeard. I'm a druid from, well, not from around here.
She kind of cocks her head and says, Lorsa Bilwattle. I am a guide out of Port Nyanzaru. At least I was. Yeah, you fumble a bit with your locks. One of the guards walks by and you do this like doo 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 doo. It's like searching around the
Good to
ground.
see here.
Yeah.
I dropped my whetstone. Shit.
Yeah.
Are you a pretty good guide?
She kind of shrugs and says, well, I thought I was alright. Thought the order was certainly paying well enough. Hired over a dozen locals from the town. and myself, just to go upriver and establish a outpost in the jungle. You know where they are.
Yeah.
I
but
did not lead them to Camp Righteous, by the way, as they say. I told them to avoid the sacred Chultan shrine. And one of them even got killed inside it.
Damn it!
Gilles, you
Jesus
literally,
Christ.
you're gonna snap your fucking lockpicks with that one.
I'll toss her mine while Theron's talking. I'll look back as she's.
Can I use my inspiration on that one and try to re-roll it?
You can, yeah. Use inspiration on your lockpicking.
Find some duct tape.
Yeah.
God,
Oh my god!
Whoa!
Well, looks like it's gonna take longer than expected.
Yeah.
She's like, what is your friend doing over there?
Let's talk some more.
Slowly going insane, I think, but
Yeah.
That's right, you can't do it. You're trying to do it with your blades. That's the problem. He's keeping the blades sharp.
I try not to talk to her.
Sharpen the blade.
Yeah. It's
Alright,
like-
I will toss her mine as
Oh.
she's doing that.
I told them to avoid the the shrine, and then told them of the dangers and everything, and the undead came in great force. Spring!
Yeah.
And they pulled back.
And then I go, shink.
They should have retreated back to the city, but no. This commander just gets a wild look in his eyes and righteous about the undead and makes us go forward, and then they throw us into prison. And there's not many of us left. Her accent goes in and out as she's exhausted.
So tired.
So tired. So tired.
Yeah, I can understand the undead. Lust, as it is. I've had it many a time myself.
We do not deserve to be in here. I thank you for freeing us, but they will not take kindly to us walking free.
That's fine, we're headed out anyway after a while. We're needed some guides. You want to come along?
Oh. Yes, anything is better than in here.
And anything's better than our supposed guides.
Hold out
The
just a
Tabaxi
little
just
bit.
gets forlorn behind us.
Yeah.
Like, we'd make the lock look like it's still locked, but it's not. Just be like, just hang here until we're ready to leave, and we'll take you with us.
Yeah, that's the thing is, like, the camp's not very big. They will notice as soon as we're gone. But thank you.
I mean, you gotta. Well, no, he could.
Well, how about this? You just stay in here till morning, we'll keep the door closed and make it look like it's locked.
She nods and says, if you all have a plan, we will certainly be a part of it.
When the time comes, we got a giant robot who. I don't know how tall are these walls.
They are about 12 feet tall.
Okay.
Going
He could at least like put you on top of the walls. You may have to jump over the side, but.
Yeah.
Don't listen to him, we'll figure something out. Don't worry.
Like, you all come very highly equipped. Maybe you will survive the jungle.
We need a nap. I'm going to bed.
Yep.
Shink.
Like, oh, okay. Well, I'll say here.
We need to rest for a while.
Yeah.
One of us
Be
is
ready.
blind. One has a stump for an arm. Other one's crazy. Hopefully a good night's rest will fix all that.
If I know my video game
full
logic,
night's sleep.
one night's rest, everybody will be A-okay.
Gillian is actually already asleep because now her circadian rhythm is all messed up
I don't know what time
because
of
of
day it is.
blindness.
Yeah.
She's just been dozing on the
It's
robot.
3 a.m., guys. Can't sleep.
All right.
Theron's gonna ask him, so, how you guys set up for food and water? Need anything?
Oh, that would be great. they give us enough. They're not torturing us or anything like that, or starving us, but there's not a lot of rations to go around in the camp.
Theron's about to.
We get the lowest of that.
Nods and is about to leave to go get it. Then he sees Mannix goes, oh yeah, you guys need any drugs?
No.
Sorry, I forgot to ask.
No, we're okay over here.
All right.
It's a hell of a hangover, guys. You're not missing anything.
Yeah, at some point when you're all retiring to your tents, you just hear this like, woo!
Another satisfied customer.
That's right. Yeah. All right, as you all bed down, please do not yet push that long rest button, because as you all close your eyes for the night, you will hear alarm bells ringing around the camp. But first, we're gonna take a break.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
10 minutes. We'll be back to see what's going on. Alrighty then. I believe we are coming back from our break. As I mentioned, you all were hunkering down for a much-deserved, much-needed long rest. But before you could rest, almost as soon as your heads hit the pillows, or what excuse there are for pillows in these just moldy, damp, disgusting tents practically on the muddy floor, alarm bells begin ringing throughout the camp. And cries of alarm and shouts. People shouting, "Attack! Attack!"
I guess we're not going to get any sleep until we deal with this.
The thing is, I can't really help with this, so I'm just going to sit here and sleep. You guys go ahead. I'm just going to hit my long rest button.
I'm going to sleep through all of it.
It's so dark out here. It's like I'm blind.
Yeah, so I have changed things to the night mode of this map, essentially. Just to be sure, it is... has that been updated for you all?
It's dark, yeah.
Okay, but you can still see the light from the campfire?
Yes.
Okay.
Seems the same.
Well, Darren, you might have dark vision.
Can't tell a difference.
I mean, last time it was like a dim light or something.
Okay. Well, let me look at your token at the moment. Yeah, you probably just have the dark vision on, so you probably see normal. For the rest of you, though, yeah, things have gotten decidedly less illuminated here. The campfire still provides some light, but cries of alarm, or alarms ringing out, which are literally sound like little bells ringing. People from the watchtowers begin shouting, saying, "Undead pouring in from the south!"
The south, you say? Wes, your giant robot can hurt undead, right?
Glass, you're muted.
Maybe I didn't want to actually talk to you.
No response.
So yes, my robot can hurt undead.
Alright, let's get him smashing some undead. I will climb. Is this a ladder right in front of me?
Yes.
Alright, I'll climb up there, see what I can see.
Alright. As you're heading up, you do see the commander head out from the tent area. He's kind of just a blank expression on his face, and both the captains have come running out. Presumably their quarters are by the gatehouse up on, at the front. And Captain Firebeard appears to run up to him and kind of ask for orders and whatever and whatnot. And the Breakbone has no expression on his face, and the dwarf repeats himself again. And then the commander finally seems to snap out of it and just begins barking out orders. "Man the watchtowers! Crossbows at the ready! Send these fiends back to the abyss!" And Solana just kind of like, You heard the commander, everyone! Battle stations! You all can choose what you would like to do at this point. Mannix is heading up the ladder.
I'm gonna jump on board and say, "Let's go, big guy."
Okay.
We head towards the... I guess there's not a door here. We'll have to go out the front.
Oh, should we pick up your blind friend?
I have literally nothing to offer. I can't
Play us in the
cast
battle.
any spells. I mean, I can play my bagpipes, which is I don't even have any spell slots, and
Play the battle.
Yeah,
gear.
nobody's got any spells.
I can't even cast light without vision.
No, we're gonna leave her here, Vaughn.
I'm just gonna. I mean,
Maybe just
I
give
feel
up.
like that's
Do you have any
safe.
what do you call it, bardic inspiration or whatever? What can you do with your actual?
do I? No, because we haven't freaking long rested.
We have not.
Like 6 weeks. So no, I don't.
What an asshole DM.
I'm just saying, when Chris was DM, I never ran out of spell slots.
Yeah. I clearly remember that.
That's
We were both
fair.
pretty good, yeah.
It was long resting every 10 minutes in that campaign.
No, I mean, I really think that I should just hang back because I'm less of a, what's the word?
Liability.
Yes, liability. Thank you.
I'm just gonna fall off this robot and not be able to.
Theron and George, what would you like to do at the moment?
I like to yell out, "You all fought beside friendly giant spiders before, right?" Good.
Good. Doesn't wait for an answer.
What?
Then I'll transform into a giant friendly spider.
Giant friendly spider.
Ha! Your spiders.
Still hurts.
Yeah, it still hurt. That shouldn't be the case. I need to turn that off. That's actually... It should just be custom hit points and not tied to the sheet like that. Damn it, I have to reload Roll20. I've not been able to examine anybody's tokens. Let me just relaunch Roll20 for a second.
Oh.
This whole time I haven't been able to actually... Which, thankfully, I haven't been needing to. It's all been dialogue. Roll20 has not been kind to me. George, what about you? George is not here. I just realized.
Where are you, George?
I don't usually look at
George is
the...
the darkness.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
George never returned. Alright, well, while my Roll20 is loading... So yeah, the alarm is shouting, guards are running around. Doesn't appear to be a lot of guards, probably equal to your own number, honestly, that are actually like up and like appear to be battle ready. And even then, battle ready is probably
A loose term.
yeah. Mannix, you can definitely climb the ladder. Kalessa, are you all headed out the front door with
Yep.
Thorn? Okay.
Oh yeah. I'll kick him into high gear.
Yeah, the front door, the gate is closed right now. Everybody seems to be on like fortified mode. So how do you want to? Do you want him to crash through the gate?
Well, we can tell him open the gate. We coming through.
Okay. They look back and appear to be like ah, and finally Solana shouts like, "Let them out! If that thing can help repel it, then let them out." Come on, Roll20, you can do it. Coming back online. Hopefully I'll have token powers again. There we go. Alright, so I want that set to none. There we go. Alright, spider is good to go. I'm going to put you here. And I'll put... I'll have like... I don't know, 2 guards come out with you.
Ooh, they're actually gonna come out with.
Yeah, they seal the doors behind you. Theron Spider, you can be here to start. And then Mannix is be here. Alright, so let's roll some initiative.
Initiative.
Initiate that initiative. Alright, I'm just going to have 1 initiative for basically the camp forces. I think that'll be the better way of handling it. Sure, let's put you there.
Is my dexterity higher than the camp forces?
What is your dexterity? Is it anything above abysmal?
3.
+3? Yes. We'll say yes.
Pretty sure mine's higher than Mannix's.
Yeah.
Yes. Also emphatically yes. And then I guess I can do the tabaxi. Put them on 1 initiative. Alright, I did pretty low initiatives on all my rolls. George, you are waking up from trying to go to sleep, and you got a rude awakening. Cries of attacks from the south.
Felt like I killed those grung as easily as in my dreams. Sorry, what do I hear right now?
Alarm bells and cries of attacking from the south.
And
South.
yelling and complaining that she has nothing.
George steps out of his tent. Which way is south? I've never been good with directions. He looks up for the sun.
It is nighttime.
He looks at the moon. All right.
Right, moon.
Well, if the moon casts a shadow that way, then this must be south. 10, 15. Well, now I'm lost. 20. 25. What's going on, guys? Anybody? Nobody? Nobody answering?
What? Who are you trying to? Oh, the
He just
tents?
yells out, He just yells out, what's going on?
Oh, there's the zombies, but there's a lot more of them pouring in from the south end of the fort.
I'm at the south. There's nobody here.
This is the west.
I went west.
You sure did.
Hell, damn.
You
I
might
don't
be
have
able
any more
to
movement speed.
see one from here. I can't barely see them myself.
Who is talking?
A guy on the watchtower.
Oh, all right. Which way south?
Towards Mannix down there.
I know. George is asking.
Oh,
Disregard.
sorry. Down there towards your friend. He points down there.
He starts dashing. Oh, Mannix, what's going on? 35,
I don't know. Zombies.
50,
Dead.
55, 60. All right. Well,
George, as you walk by, you hear this guy going, "Wee!"
Oh no! We needed him to fight.
Yeah! God damn it! This was on Bill's shift. Where's Bill?
wait. How long do those drugs last?
How long do they last? That's a good question.
That's a good question.
I'll tell you.
Is fat tissue?
I think we had rules for
Maybe.
that.
Well, if it's longer than 3 seconds, I don't care.
If it's longer than 3 seconds.
It's actually only 1 minute.
Is it 1 minute?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not very long.
Nope.
Alright,
that's the
well,
end.
you hear him like...
We
Dash.
don't know how he cut up the fruit before he
I
started
mean, maybe he's been eating this fruit,
That's true. He's been like nibbling on it.
dosing it all night.
He could have made a smoothie or like
Dosing it all night.
Mannix, what is waking us up? I was having a good dream.
Something's attacking us. There's undead out there, apparently. I don't know. I can't see in the dark.
That's the end of my turn.
Kalas, you're up.
Okay.
We'll treat Vorn as a mounted unit, so if you just want to use his speed on your turn.
What's his speed?
What is his speed? He's a lumbering giant. He's a speed of 30.
Really?
Yep.
Alright, well, I can't control his token, so you're gonna have to do it for me.
Okay. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You see before you a About a dozen zombies lumbering out of the jungle into the clearing. They appear fixated on the fortified camp and appear to be heading heedlessly toward the moat that surrounds the camp.
Okay. Well, since the sun went down and came back again, in between the last time I used these things, doesn't seem long rest. Just says till the next dawn. I'm going to cast Dancing Lights as a cantrip. We will light up this battlefield.
That's right, because it's fucking dark out there.
Mm-hmm.
4 torch-sized lights. Where'd you like to put them?
Just evenly distributed out. So going out, like, we'll start at like 50 feet out from, or 60 feet out from me, and then every 20 feet.
Jesus, very oddly specific.
Well, I have to light up the whole battlefield here.
Alright.
Light it all up.
Is that lighted up as I put it out there?
That's pretty good, yeah.
Alright, that's 1.
Yeah, just light up the whole battlefield, and that'll help.
You got 120-foot range.
Yeah, and then they have to be within 20 feet of each other.
Oh, 20 feet of each other, okay. So I need to string them a little close together.
Well, no, I can cast it out to 120 feet, and then from there, it's every
It'd be
20
120, okay, yeah. Alright, something like that, I think.
feet. Yeah. Yep. And then I'll tell Vorn when we get close, stomp him out.
Wow, you literally just lit up all those zombies, yeah. Vorn says, oh my, I can't attack living creatures.
They're not living. They're zombies. They're dead.
They're dead? Why are they moving around? Dead shouldn't move.
Exactly. We gotta help them with that.
Oh, they're malfunctioning dead.
Yes.
Oh. Alright. I can help with that.
Their movement servos have malfunctioned and they need to be reset.
Mannix. You wanna climb that ladder?
I do. Climb that ladder.
Okay.
I can actually move my token there. So
Yeah, it's about, it's 10 feet up, so.
Okay.
You would be looking out into darkness, but Celeste just lit it up with her dancing light. So you see literally just floating, like, torches in the distance.
Oh boy. And all sorts of... Those are not zombies, though. Those are zombies.
They do look like the zombies that you've been seeing, yeah.
Okay.
The classic zombie.
Yeah. All right. Is this
Chat says
ledge?
maybe when he takes it as a suppository, it lasts longer.
Maybe.
The dancing monkey fruit.
It's still up there.
That's good. Sorry, go ahead.
Does this watchtower I'm in have like something I can hide behind, or stealth behind? Like a drop or like a raised. I don't know.
Yeah, it's got enough to where it would provide you some cover.
Okay.
In terms of stealth, yeah, you just like back up basically to that back square and try to pop out from there, I suppose.
All right. I will try to do that. Try to. Although, is this a skill? This is an ability check, isn't it?
It is. And you are still exhausted.
I haven't actually slept.
Yep.
Jesus.
Yep, you're all feeling the pain. All you wanted to do was sleep.
An 8's probably not going to do it.
Not quite.
I assume passive perception is better than that, even in.
Theirs is pretty bad, but 8's pretty bad.
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna take a pot shot at one. My hand crossbow. Actually, I don't get the sneak attack. So.
Okay.
2 damage.
All right, clink. You clink one of the nearest zombies. Ooh.
The one closest to the south of me, I guess. Yeah.
Gillian, how would you like to direct the tabaxi while you are convalescing?
I'm sorry. What am I doing?
I'm trying to give you something to do.
No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I've just been hanging out back here. I can't see anything. I'm very not aware of what's going on.
Someone tell me.
I have no idea.
One of them will rush over to you, make sure you're okay, and the other one will, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She'll dash up to you, Mannix. Say, oh, some zombies out there. They seem to follow us around, yes?
Seems that way.
She did dash to get up there, so that is his turn, her turn. The zombies, despite the moat and spikes in front of them, all seem to charge toward the camp with reckless abandon, and they do tumble down this moat, landing prone. So they're all just gonna fall down here, and all take a little bit of falling damage as they do. Tumble right down to the bottom of the moat.
Throwing themselves at us.
Yeah, that's all they're going to do. I guess they can use the dash action to just stand back up and then start climbing up, essentially. So that's all they will do on that turn. Theron. Theron Spider. We haven't seen Theron Spider in a while.
We have not. I'm gonna spider climb up this wall.
Spider climb. In fact, I think the last time we saw the spider was at a camp site, a fortified camp.
Yeah.
Put you on the other side. The walls is about 10, what did I say, 12 feet high?
Okay. That's about half my speed.
Yeah. And the ditch down here is about 20 feet deep.
Okay.
The commander a necromancer, and that's why they keep coming to run towards him.
I'll move here, and I'm gonna shoot webbing at the nearest zombie.
Okay. Oh, that's an attack roll. Yeah, that zombies, as you know,
Oh, it is.
have very low AC.
But not that low for these.
No, that's pretty low. All right, so you. Hey, there actually is a web icon. You restrain that zombie.
And then do I roll to recharge?
I think next turn you roll to see at the beginning of your
Okay.
turn if you get it back.
Okay. Alright.
Alright, the camp forces are waking up and trying to figure out what's going on. This guard will, like, oh, well, the ditch is working pretty well. We've never had this many attack us, though. And I'm going to kind of hand wave their attacks. I'm going to sit here and roll all their shit, but he's going to shoot down, probably hit a zombie. This one up here will fire at a zombie, and these guards will charge in 10, 15, 20, 25. And they've got their crossbows, and they're just going to stand at this ditch and just fire their crossbows down at the nearest zombie and sinking their bolts into it. So they're all doing some damage, but there's actually not a whole lot of forces here. At one point, one of the acolytes will, one of the priests comes out and rushes over. Sounds like she's going to help. Solana's going to stay at the gates for now and kind of order more guards to man and woman the walls. And then round 2 begins with George. Chat, they are level 3, yes. Been level 3 for a long time.
Did Manic climb up this ladder?
He did. Coming up, that's about 10 feet high.
Yeah.
Yes, chat. I've been nagging him constantly for weeks to let us be level 4. If you want to help with that, chat, I would greatly appreciate it.
Pressure him.
Me saying something isn't working.
So we're all crammed in this tiny space.
Yep, you are all crammed into a very tiny watchtower.
How high are we?
You are 12 feet high, above the grass right here, but the entire camp is built, or there's a ditch of a moat built around the camp where all the zombies are, which is 20 feet below that line.
Is there enough space to stand between the gate and the moat?
Between the gate and the moat. What gate?
Right here in the grass?
Yeah. Oh, yes, there is. Between the walls? Okay.
Yeah, can I jump down but still be behind the moat?
Yes. That's about a 10-foot drop, so I would need a pretty good acrobatics check to avoid falling damage.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Jordan, just get into it.
Shing.
You ain't messing around.
Yep. That's pretty good acrobatics check. All right.
Lands on his toes.
Lands on his toes.
Beautifully.
You the ninja.
And I would like to ready an attack for the first zombie that climbs within my reach.
That's a cool visual. You just drop down and just shing, hold the swords out, ready for him to come at you.
Yep.
Okay. Kaless, you are flanking them currently. Again, you can direct Vorn either as your mount or to do something on your turn.
Alright, well, I have directed Vorn to go and dump their misfiring servos.
Okay, do you want him to go first, or do you want to go first?
Yeah, let's let him go first.
Okay. Say, alright, I'll help these malfunctioning dead. 15, 20. He just kind of steps into the moat. Kaless, you narrowly avoid being impaled by a spike as he seems to just kind of heedlessly rush forward right around where the giant spikes are. It says,
watch it.
Yeah. It says, You are supposed to be dead. You're not right. And he will swing with his fist.
Good man.
Yeah.
Good man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will actually crush that zombie's head. And that zombie falls down and he says, There, I fixed you! Now you're dead!
Fantastic fixing. Yeah.
That was his turn.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well,
One of the
Yeah,
guards
I
just
had
like
more return.
leans over and vomits like, oh! This is just like
Here's the thing. I don't want to stab the zombies because that's gonna get my blades dirty.
That probably would get your blades dirty.
So
You can just
that's
clean
my
them after
fault.
the fight.
No, blades can't be dirty. No. Must stay clean. Shink. Okay. So, is there enough space for me to scamper up and get onto like this little grassy area?
From Vorn, yeah, I think so.
Okay. I'll do that.
You hear the nervous cries
then-
of the goats on the other side in the animal pen.
Nah, okay about them. And then neither of these things are concentration. Let's throw some fairy fire on top of some of these guys as well too. So that way people can have advantage when hitting them. Sound like a good plan? Yeah. And then I want to do it where I get the most bang for my buck. Crap, which one is the ruler again?
This thing?
There it is. Okay, so I can cast it out 60 feet from me. And it is a 20-foot cube.
Okay, so you
I
can cover
wanna
these
get
3 guys.
Yeah, these 3 right here. They have to do a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, what's the save DC?
Good question.
I feel like this has come up before.
I'm sure it has. I don't remember where that information is held.
So left to right.
I know it's higher than that. That one.
Alright, well, I'm
No,
gonna
it's
guess that the first and third one fail, and the second one succeeds.
Yeah. Yeah,
So they
that's
are
definitely right.
lit up in a colorful pattern. Targeting is on. You have advantage against those creatures.
Ah.
And they're purple.
Here, light up purple. Alright, set it.
Yep.
Manix.
I will attempt to. I already have advantage on that one, actually. So instead of attempting to hide, I am going to insightful fight the one that I have advantage on. Or do I already? If I have advantage on somebody,
I think if you have advantage, then you would gain the sneak attack, I think, automatically. So
okay,
it's probably a good
well,
combo
then never mind.
for...
I don't. Yeah, I
fire.
don't need to do that then.
Kind of why I did it.
Yep. All right. I'm going to take a crossbow shot at the one that is fairy fired.
I believe
Hey,
that.
20 will work. Yeah. For 5 damage.
Mighty Manix.
That's right.
Shoot through. Alright. The Tabaxi will fire her bow also at the same one. We'll say that, what is her damage actually? Well, I can roll hers real quick. She's only gonna hit once. No, she's gonna hit twice because zombies have very low AC. That's come up a few times. Plus, she would have advantage. Alright, so that zombie is taking a beating. She actually did not do much damage. The zombies continue their assault. One of them is restrained in a web, which he has to make a strength check to burst out. Let's see if he can do that. DC 12. He does just barely burst out of it. That is his action, though. As he bursts out of the wedding and scrambles up. The rest of them all scramble up, using the spikes as like footholds. George, you may take your pick against any of these guys. The one that's badly wounded is on your right.
Yeah, I'll take the one that's lit up.
I'll say that we'll say some of them are still like. All right, yeah, go ahead and get an attack.
With advantage, right?
Yes, sir. He's lit up purple. 9 is pretty darn good, but you've got your old friend Undead Fortitude. Which gives him a 14 con. She makes it. He's still alive.
Jesus. Stupid zombies.
Stupid zombies. Still lit up, though. And a lot of these zombies spend their action just banging on the walls, and you hear this... Theron.
Alright, I want to roll for web.
Webbing! Yeah, just a 1d6, I believe. No web for you.
Oh no! Alright. Come up here and fight that zombie!
I love that show. Oh, Theron, zombies have a very low AC. Very low AC.
Oh man.
But
Go
not that,
on.
But not that low. Not that low.
Okay.
Continues. The guards will rain down some more attacks. We'll say that they are able to kill this zombie. And these guards run over here, and they are able to kill this zombie with some crossbow bolts. One of the acolytes will run up to the walls and begin running down some radiant fire. And some more crossbow bolts come slinging out from the gatehouse area. And we'll say that this one is also killed.
Right, we got holy people in this fort.
You
We're
do
fine.
have holy people, yeah, and the forts look like they're gonna hold pretty well. As the top of the round happens, a undead dinosaur lumbers out of the jungle with an undead rider on top. The creature is gaunt and skeletal, but its eyes gleam with intelligence that separates it from the others. Several skeletons armed with bows approach next, knocking their arrows. The rider points his bow at the watchtower at you all, and he says, "Breakbone, you sent us out to die. We shall return the favor."
Oh.
One of the guards
Find
says,
those guys.
Oh God, I think that's Corporal Rygor.
You think?
Yep. Oh dear.
Alright, I'm just going to treat the dinosaur as a mount. Yeah. As he will take one step up, and he will fire his bow at the nearest guard. I'm just going to hand wave this away because it's a cool scene. I just want him to fire his bow, the undead rider, at the nearest guard. The guard says, I think that's right. And he gets an arrow right in the face, and he just tumbles down into the swarms of undead
Oh dear.
in a Wilhelm scream. One of the zombies turns around and starts chowing down on him.
Does he injure the zombie he landed on?
He does not. George.
Zombie to the left. I can't reach the one. He jumped down, right? That one
Interesting.
jumped
Some of you all can't actually see that, can you? Just from the darkness over here. Plus, his lights didn't extend that far.
I mean, I can't. Oh yeah, I can. I guess I can see the edge of a token. I can't see the actual creature
Yeah,
though.
there's no light over there.
Oh, I can see him.
down. That zombie jumped down, right? I can't reach him.
You could probably still attack him. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Scary.
Yep, that's the dude, the rider. Yeah, scary. It's bad. No want. Do not want.
I'm gonna
Bad
keep
touch, bad
plowing
touch.
to the left.
To the left, to the left. 20 is going to hit a zombie. $12 will hit a zombie. Almost anything will hit a zombie.
Almost?
Almost anything will hit a zombie.
What about a critical fail?
Well, it is not-
Congratulations, you found something that misses a zombie. That zombie is still up, but it has taken a severe beating. Severe
question.
slashing.
Did this sleeping in the tent that we just did that count as a short rest?
It did not. But you have short rested for several days since your last encounter. Obviously, it took you several days to make it to the camp.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine.
So you should have all your shit up.
not gonna waste the skill on him yet. I'm done.
Glass.
Oh man, seeing that guy. I'm really afraid to send Zorn over there because I don't want him to get broken.
I demand a Pacific Rim style robot versus dinosaur fight.
Okay. Well, I will shoot my crossbow at this guy.
Okay.
Where is it?
Very carefully, with just you continuously glance at your blades, make sure they're clean.
Yeah, well, that's why they're staying sheathed. I know they're clean.
Mmm. $20 will hit a zombie. You shooting at the lit up one or the just a random one, the closest one?
The closest one.
Okay. 10 damage is solid.
And I don't have my sneak attack on, so it is a straight 10.
Okay. That's just good damage then.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you want to let Vorn just continue on his rampage?
Yeah.
10, 20, 25, 30. Alright, he'll say, "Hey, you there! You're supposed to be dead. Let me fix that for you." And he brings a fist down. Oh, Vorn. A 9 will hit a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 2, kids, and I'm hitting a zombie.
Not great damage either.
Not great damage, no. He's a little, he can't quite get a good grip on it. It's kind of slipping around the cliff. Hey, come back here! He just chips into accents as he likes. I have that problem. Skeletons will advance forth and just unleash some arrows. At you all. Where are my skeletons at?
Where are my skeletons at?
Fire an arrow at that spider. For 4 damage. Let's fire an arrow at George. 16. George, what is your AC?
17.
Damn, okay. The other skeletons will both fire at Mannix, but Mannix, you have a +2 AC while up there because of cover.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever that makes your armor class.
Makes it a 15.
Slightly above abysmal.
Yep.
Where did I? There's my skeletons. Those are 2 arrows, and they're both gonna hit.
Oh, man. All right.
One for 8
Jesus
damage,
Christ.
and one for 3 damage.
Jeez, how much is that?
11.
I've got... Well, no, I've got 5 hit points left. All right. How high is this? Is this railing that's in front of me? What am I looking at?
Yeah. You've got like a little bit of an edge there. It's got like a... You picked like a rampart, like a... Yeah.
Okay, like a rampart. Okay.
Basically,
Well then,
lay down flat on the back.
that's exactly what I was gonna say. Like at the end of every subsequent turns, I'm going to get down on the ground. I'm gonna go prone.
Okay.
Hide behind that obstruction.
Yeah.
Now that I've taken 2 arrows to the chest.
Yeah. Well, Mannix, it is your turn.
Oh boy, how far away are these dudes? 25, 40. I will attempt to do my hiding maneuver with disadvantage. Probably ain't gonna work. Well, 13, I don't know. Maybe. You tell me.
13 would be good enough against a zombie or a skeleton, I would say.
The okay.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm gonna pop out, the zombie south of George. Instead of shooting my crossbow, I'm gonna drop some holy water on him.
Like that oil trap as enemies approach castles.
Yep. Well, that's at 11 because I had advantage on that attack.
Oh, because the hide?
Yep.
Okay. What does holy water do?
I will show you. It does 8 radiant damage.
Oh.
I don't get sneak attack on that.
Against which one?
The one south of George.
Okay. We'll say that your radiant damage burns that zombie, and it cries out in anguish, and it does not get undead fortitude against radiant damage either.
Hell no, it don't. It's the only thing holy water's good for.
Yeah. Okay, and you're gonna go prone.
All right, I'm going prone. Yeah, behind.
All right.
I've got 5 health. Come out
Gotcha.
again, unless.
All right. We'll say that River fires off some arrows and manages to kill one zombie. Flask approaches you, Gillian, and asks if you would be of any help to the people currently like screaming and crying in the field hospital tents. And he like never speaks. He says, "You can't see, but your words, music, help them."
Sure, lead me to them. I will play for them.
He nods and brings you very gently, leads you over with a paw. And you see Undril in there.
Leave me, Catman.
Yeah. You see Undril.
I don't see Undril in there. I sense.
You hear Undril's voice. He says, "Oh, Gillian, this is so very horrible. It's worse than I imagined. Everyone here is in really bad shape, and I want to go out and help everyone, but it's just... I'm so sorry. I need to heal all of you. I need to heal all of them. I don't know what to do."
My bagpipes will heal you. Little aid.
Do you know what she does?
I have nothing to offer but the gift of song.
She literally like grabs you and just like put your arm there, and you find yourself like holding down like a wound and like putting pressure to it, and like she basically like conscripts you as like a nurse essentially, and you're like holding items, and she's like, "Yes, if you could please sing, that would be great."
Need my paperwork.
While doing surgery.
While holding pressure on
Yes.
Please sing
somebody's
this
body.
man as I amputate his arm.
If you could see, it would probably be a horrifying experience. But because you can't,
I sing and speak soothing words to the victims.
With you there now, a woman's voice you can hear, sturdy and maybe middle-aged, introduces herself as Sister Sias, and she says that she is essentially Undril's boss here, or boss of the priests, and she says that with your help in there, then she can go out and help everyone else, and she kind of arms herself with, you know, a mace or whatever as clerics grab, and she rushes out the door and joins the fight. We'll put her down here, kind of rushing towards the walls. I think most of the... Oh yeah, I had these guards down here. These guards will approach, and they will finish off this one that Vorn had started crushing. At the end of this round, Rygor pulls a kind of horn instrument to his skeletal mouth and blows it. And within moments, you hear a crashing sound as a much larger zombie comes barreling out of the jungle, kind of in the same direction. And the white
getting better and better.
Yeah, the white screams, "Break down their walls!"
Did you skip the giant spider's turn?
I did skip the giant spider's turn, didn't I? That was supposed to happen after. I don't know why I skipped to the guards. Yeah, I skipped my turn and your turn. Jesus. All right. Well, that was part of the zombies turn. The other zombies are just going to be clawing at the walls again. None of them even really intent on attacking you all. Just they're going to continue clawing at the walls, and then I do get to do the skeletons, though, right? Or the skeletons are a different one? Nope, skeletons are a different one. All right, so that's all they're doing. So Theron Spider, sorry. I don't know why I skipped ahead.
All right, let's do this again.
Like I'm staring at the initiative tracker the whole time.
There's no possible way I can miss this one.
Well, roll to get back your web.
Yeah.
Or do you still have it?
Nope.
5 or 6? Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Does that hit a zombie?
I believe that will hit a zombie. Took a bite out of that zombie. Unfortunately,
oh, crap.
I believe they are immune to poison. So
bad decision.
you should still do like piercing damage though. Hit the attack thing.
I
There you go. So we'll take the 6 piercing, but yeah, you realize that he is immune to poison.
You pump his
That's
body
a lot
full
of
of poison
damage.
and
Yep.
watch the poison just fall out of his
Yeah,
zombie body.
doesn't seem to care. Alright, so I already did the guards and all that, so let's go back up to Rygor will this time attack. He will notice the giant spider. He's like, what? What is this? Breakbone! I was prepared for a depleted, weakened camp. These reinforcements you've got. And he will fire.
We're pretty weak.
Yeah. Cats and spiders and constructs. What is this? He will fire his longbow. He will shoot once at the spider. Oops, I got him. He will crit the spider for 11 damage.
God damn.
I need to turn off his auto stuff, don't I? I love critting Theron. That's what I do. And then he will fire at the Tabaxi. Effectually. Sailing off. Man, did you just see that arrow go sailing by? George! Yeah.
Thanks, zombie.
An 8 will hit a goddamn zombie. Wait, where did you go? Are you behind the zombies?
I mean, I took one step to the left.
Ah, yes, there you are. Alright. 9 will hit a zombie. Man, terrible rolls, but they are good enough.
But they're zombies.
But they're zombies. 4 as you slice up that zombie. Still standing, and still really just appears focused intently on taking down the walls. At that,
Yeah, I like
and Rygor finally shouts, like, kill these others!
What did it say?
He directed them to now start basically attacking you all.
Oh, okay.
Because he's got the big one to attack the walls.
Right. I don't see the big one currently, but... Oh, yes, I do. I think I see the bit of a
Yeah, you
token
do. Yeah.
in the darkness.
Yeah. Kaless.
Alright, I'm gonna look at Vorn and say, stop that. And point at the big guy.
Whoa! Okay! Big dead! Big dead.
Very broken. Very, very broken.
Oh my! That could really hurt somebody.
Yep. So, but before he takes off, I'm gonna jump back on his shoulders before he heads over there.
Okay.
So I'm going back over here.
Oh, I can't attack it if you're here, though. I can't let you get hurt.
Oh, I'll get off. Just get in front of it.
Okay. And 15, 20. Alright.
And with the last of my movement, I'd like to jump from his shoulders onto the zombie on his back.
Oh no.
Oh boy, riding the zombie. Celeste's got it in her mind now is the way to do things. Alright, that was, what was that? That just happened 2 weeks ago, so we should be able to remember.
Yep.
It's acrobatics, right?
It was make a either athletics or acrobatics check versus the target's acrobatics. Oh lord, he's probably not very acrobatic.
Yeah. I have a +8 in acrobatics.
Oh boy. He is not a +8 in acrobatics.
That's a crit.
Alright, Celeste. He ain't rolling for that shit. You just leap onto him magnificently.
So, with the one hand that she's holding on to his, like, hair, I guess, at the top of his head. Like, the little tufts that he has left.
Gross. Imagine them coming out when you grab them.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she also has her cleaning rag in one hand. So,
Her cleaning rag?
So, with her hand, she whips her rapier out, attacks the guy, and then cleans the blade. All in one, like, stab clean, stab clean.
Okay.
At least that's what I'm playing.
So
in
you're
my
picturing,
head.
yeah.
Yes.
Chunk.
The nail on the back of him. And then I'll look at Vorn. Vorn, save me by killing it!
Oh, alright. You gotta be careful, though.
Oh, as long as you kill it, I will be. So do I get to stab him now?
That was your action to jump on top of him. I think Vorn still has an action,
Alright.
though, because I think he just moved.
Yeah. He did.
Alright, I'm gonna give him disadvantage, though, because he really does not want to hurt you.
Ah, no! Just hit the body. Don't worry about me. I'm on the head.
He's very concerned about hitting you, but we'll see what disadvantage does to him. Oh, that slows things down. God, if you come up with a query, it's
Oh yeah.
really bad. Well, disadvantage didn't slow him down too much. There we go. Advantage toggle. That's what I wanted. That's a better one.
Boy. Just rolls.
Wait, why? Why did it roll 2 numbers? The hell are you doing, Warren?
I don't know.
Should be the 2d6 plus 4, which is that one.
First number?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do the
It
first number.
rolled. It rolled for a crit.
Yeah, it did. I don't know why it did that, because neither number crit.
Neither of his rolls were a crit.
Alright, I don't know what happened, but I'm just gonna take the 11.
Yep.
Alright, so he does punch that zombie. And you do know that zombies have very low AC.
I just wanted to give you guys an update on what I'm doing.
Yes.
I'm just wrapping gauze around random body parts. Like
Feeling around body part.
loosely wrapped around people's arm, then going to their neck, and
You're just mummifying random patients.
yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna come back and the medic tent's gonna look like it's been TP'd.
Yeah.
Just bandages everywhere.
But no one wants to tell me because it's
No.
so bad.
Everyone's like, you're doing great, sweetie. You're doing really great. Thank you so much. Somebody's like screaming, like, oh god! She's stabbing me with a needle. Like, shut up. She's doing great.
Then that person sees it, everybody's like, oh, yes.
Yeah, she's great. I'm sorry.
as you're causing him immense pain.
Mannix.
This might. It's 20 feet. I can't reach him with that. All right. I will attempt to duck back again.
A Mannix maneuver.
That's right. I'm already hiding. I'm like behind cover, so it should be easy enough. Except I still have disadvantage.
That should be what we call stealthing from now on, the Mannix maneuver.
The Mannix maneuver. I don't know. We'll attend to it.
For stealthing against a zombie, yes.
Well, my intention is to come out. I'm trying to shoot the big guy. I can barely see the big guy over here.
Oh, against him, yeah. He basically counts
Okay.
as a zombie. He's just bigger.
All right. I will stand up and take a.
Although you're trying to stealth just to get advantage, because technically, I mean, Kless is already on top of him.
I mean, yeah,
So-
that's that. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. So you'd already have advantage, wouldn't you? If she's engaged.
I don't think that it works with range. I think with range, I have to come out of stealth. I think that works with melee, like the actual
okay.
flanking rules. Yeah,
No, it's the.
I mean, for
it's
sneak
a
attack
rogue
rules.
thing.
that's for sneak attack, but not for advantage. Like sneak attack, I've already got sneak attack because she's on him.
Okay.
Yeah. I just want to make sure I hit. All right, and crossbow, go. Hey, that was a critical hit.
There you go.
That's also 2 great rolls. All right, the
Whoa.
big guy takes a fucking crossbow bolt to the eye.
Yeah. 18 and 9. 27 damage?
That's yes, yep.
Jesus, Mannix. Mannix has the crossbow bolt of his life just singing in. Unless you look up and just see this fucking bolt just go sailing into that zombie's face. It is still up because it's a big fucking zombie, but it looks really fucking hurt from that one. Rygar will scream
Drop
out.
back down to prone.
Yeah, be like, rain arrows down! Kill them all! And the skeletons will fire their arrows. We'll do 1 at the giant spider. For 8 damage. Let's make things interesting. Let's do 1 more against the giant spider.
Uh-oh.
Starting to get real low. Sun's getting real low, big guy. 14 will hit a giant spider.
Oh, dear.
Are you still on the walls there, buddy?
No.
5 damage. I believe he's going to sink that giant spider form.
Yeah.
And you take 2 damage in Theron form.
I'm in trouble.
Change it to something else quickly. Don't stay as a...
I was gonna skitter back up over the wall, but
Now you're out there.
The other 2 skeletons will fire up at the watchtower. Towards the Tabaxi. These skeletons.
Oh, no!
Boy!
Poor Tabaxi.
Yeah, River takes some damage. Ah!
Do what I'm doing.
What are these
Duck down when you're not firing.
skeletons? Just glares at you. The second one does not hit. Jeez. Yeah, the Tabaxi, at that, she will fire her bow back down at them. We'll say hand wave it away. She's able to kill one of them, but then she ducks down like you. You both can barely fit there, and meanwhile another priest is like up there ready to attack and can't really. I guess you can attack from back there. Flask is staying with you, Gillian, and kind of helping guide you along, and like whistling tunelessly to your music. It's the most annoying aggravating song. It's driving everybody crazy. The ogre zombie will attempt to barrel past the shield guard, which I believe that was a rule we had for moving through. I think it was like just a contested strength check to see if you can move
Just
past
trying to
somebody.
move through an enemy. Yeah, move past an enemy. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's just gonna do that. Oops. Strength check for the ogre zombie. Why is he rolling 2 dice? I don't know. I didn't. Well, he's an 11.
Well, you turned something on. The advantage toggle or something.
Well, it's because I forget. Every single time I bring out a new monster I've never used, it always defaults to that. And I forget to switch that off when I drag him onto the map. Alright, you rolled an 11, so Vorn, surely you can plant your feet and stop him. Stop him, he does.
Sure can.
Yeah.
He's very worried about my safety.
Yeah.
That's right.
So he's not able to get past at all. And then the zombies will finally start engaging you all. There's just enough room for this zombie to turn on you, Theron, and that one will attack George. These zombies will basically come and just fall on top of Vorn, sort of attacking him. Ineffectively. We'll do one against Theron.
Nope.
14, no. One against George. 12 is going to be a no.
Die to the zombies, boys.
We'll say that both these zombies just fall down like prone, just trying to get at Vorn and unable to on either side of him. Theron! Not skip your turn this time.
Yes. Theron becomes extremely angry.
No way. Loves the undead.
He was just as surprised as you were. He's gonna go in bear form.
Yes, 2 shapes in 1 combat. Achievement unlocked.
That's right.
Oops, too far. That zombie goes,
You thought I was a spider, but I'm a dwarf. That's a bear.
Is your mind blown? Oops. Get that character sheet.
How do you like juggling all those character sheets?
It is so much fun. Let's see how well you do against this. Kaka!
Oh, it's gonna hit.
Bear bite.
And how about this? Bow!
Wow. Damn.
Oh boy. That is a killing blow. He has to roll a 16 saving throw on his undead fortitude. Ah, she does.
Damn.
Stupid zombies. He drops to 1 hit point.
Alright. Theron is sort of, he's about to take off, and he sees the zombie still alive, and he's like, huh. Pauses for a second. Then he takes off anyway,
Nice.
and charges down here.
So this is a 20-foot ditch right here.
Okay.
So from your point of view, you could probably maneuver down it, but it is going to take you longer to cross. In other words, you're not going to fall. You don't have to fall down it, but
Okay.
it is going to definitely slow your movement speed because you're going down and then across and then going up a pretty good ways. We'll just count all this as difficult terrain in here, I guess.
That's double.
All the cliffs part, yeah.
Okay. So 5, 10, 20,
Assuming you want to not fall down into it.
25, 30, 35, 40.
What manner of beast is this?
I'm a bear! He roars.
It's a bear!
That's all I can do.
All right.
So I take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, from that zombie
Yeah.
bombie. Forgot because your Theron form is still there.
Yeah.
15 will hit a bear. 7 damage. Jeez.
Oof.
That's pretty solid.
That was max damage.
Wow. Alright, the guards continue to sling bolts and arrows from the walls. We'll say they are able to kill this zombie. And this zombie. And this one, the one that's lit up, takes some damage. As the cleric up here, or well, the acolyte, whatever she is, something slings out her sacred fire spell. Oh, and then Sister Sias, because Gillian rolled up to help the medics, she comes up here and unleashes her powerful sacred flame spell, and we'll say that she is able to kill a zombie. So not many zombies remaining. As we begin the next round with the bear now in their face, the zombies mostly fallen. The ogre zombie kind of locked in battle with a giant construct, and Celeste on its back. He kind of just stares at all of you. Says, "Not know where you came from, but I will not be so unprepared next time." And he actually turns his dinosaur around, and his dinosaur will take the equivalent of the disengage action as he retreats.
Hey.
Oh.
But as he retreats, he will fire his bow at
Hey.
at the bear. Yep. Just to be a dick.
One parting
I think
shot.
12 actually hits. Wow, yeah, he could not hit while he was...
Damn.
Couldn't quite get...
As his dinosaur's turning around.
Yeah. Couldn't quite get properly saddled on there. I will be back, and this fort will fall. George.
Continuing the left zombie. Yeah.
Yikes.
George, zombies have very bad AC.
I can fix this.
Not that bad. There you go. You need to turn on the iron sights on that sword. Look down a little better. Please roll a 1. Oh, yeah, you got it. Alright, continue with your attack, please. Pretty solid. The zombie's still standing. As you slash at it. Oh! Crit is auto kill for zombies. How would you like to destroy that zombie?
Burst to pieces.
Yep.
That's everywhere.
You shove both your swords into its chest cavity and just do a scissor maneuver outwards. Splits them apart in half.
And tell me about the smoke. Can I jump over it? Can I like run across a spike and then like leap across?
Ooh, I like the sound of that. Yeah, give me an acrobatics check as you run along the spike to jump over it.
Runs along a spike.
Wow, this turtle is graceful AF, you guys. Just fucking bulky motherfuckers. It's like dee dee dee. She just tumbles over. Even Celeste is like, damn.
End of my turn.
Alright, Celeste. George, you can have an inspiration for your jumping down into these zombies, hacking them apart, and then continuing to leap at them. I like
Thank
that.
you.
I like the gracefully acrobatic checks, too. Celeste,
Alright.
you are astride a giant zombie.
Well, you know, that's generally how every week goes at this point. So since he is engaged with my friend Vorn, I get my sneak attack.
Yep.
As I ram my rapier into the back of his
Now,
head.
you do want to keep your blades clean, don't you?
Well, it's OCD, so as I start to clean them, I have to repeat the action. It's
Oh.
like you help me out here, Doctor Friends. The
You know, you didn't take your offhand turn, so you can just say your offhand, your bonus action or whatever. is.
Yeah.
So you could just say you use your bonus action to clean the blade. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna
I
deny.
did say that as I was holding his hair, my cleaning rag was in my hand as I'm holding his hair.
Yeah.
You can either take disadvantage on this, which I guess would be normal because you'd have advantage, or lose your bonus action to your compelled need to clean your blades.
I'll lose my bonus action.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know me. I wasn't gonna take it anyway because that's what I figured the bonus action was cleaning the blade.
Yeah.
Alright, so I get my advantage and my sneak attack, or just a sneak attack?
I think if you have advantage, then you have sneak attack. Am I mistaken?
Yes, if you have advantage, you do have sneak attack. Yes.
Right.
All right.
Not the other way around, though.
Right.
Yeah. $11 or 14.
11 will hit. Zombies have very bad AC.
Even big ones.
Even big ones. Even big ones.
How about 17?
Yeah. You cut him up pretty good. It's still up, but it appears to be heavily wounded at this point.
I draw my blade out like, ew, and just start cleaning.
Yeah, and you quickly spend the rest of your turn cleaning. I assume you want Vorn to just keep hitting this thing?
Yes.
Alright, so it still has disadvantage because it want to hurt you. Watch out! I'm coming in to try and help this poor dead thing.
Dear God.
Well, 8 would normally hit a zombie, but he literally critically failed.
Oh, right.
And a critical fail can never hit.
Yeah.
So Vorn is actually having a lot of trouble hitting this thing with you there. So he does not get his attack in. Mannix.
Mannix will do the same thing he did last turn. Let's try to hide from the giant zombie who's not paying attention to me at all.
Nope. Not at all.
They better have crossbow bolts here, because I'm getting to
Yeah, they
Gillian levels of crossbow bolts.
They will have Gillian levels of crossbow bolts here.
For 10 damage.
Just take Gillian. She doesn't need them anymore.
Gillian, you're blind. Can I have your crossbow bolts?
I don't think she has any.
I've got 5 of them.
5. Okay. For now, you can keep them.
You all need some sensitivity training. Abilities.
Yep, 10 damage, and I drop back prone again. Even though the archers are gone, but... Well, I guess actually the skeletons are
The
still
skeletons
here,
are still around, yeah, and the bear's actually engaged
Yeah.
with them now.
Okay. I'm still dropping prone, though. Mannix
To
isn't
be
taking
married.
any chances.
Alright, one of the skeletons will shoot at the bear. Pretty effective. I've been pretty dynamite with these skeletons.
Specifically against the animal forms.
Yeah, and the other 2 will have to pull out swords and attack the bear. That's not gonna work. That will work better. 5 damage. Not, they are hitting, but it's not quite as damaging. We'll say that the River pops out of her prone and is able to. I guess I can roll hers real quick. Or she's not able to do anything. Ha! Rolled really badly against skeletons. Yep. Ogre Zombie will do his push past again. Oops. Which was the strength check, locked with Vorn. 15. What can you do, Vorn? Oops. He rolled a... well, would he have disadvantage here or not? Well, he'd still beat him either way.
You didn't give him the disadvantage last time.
Yeah, I didn't. I think I just left that toggle on. Vorn is able to hold on to the zombie and make sure it does not approach the fort. I think all my zombies are dead, so we go to Theron. Regular zombies.
I will attack the bottom left skeleton. 14 hit.
14 does hit a skeleton.
Alright. Alright.
Back in action. Alright, you fucking crunch that skeleton in one mighty swipe. Crunch.
I'm a bear.
The guards will do some damage to the undead. We'll have a skeleton go down here. Ogre zombie takes some damage. Even these guards are now getting more brazen with seeing the construct going like, yeah, we can do this. Yeah.
We've done all the heavy lifting.
Fire there, crossbows.
You guys can help now.
Yeah. The undead forces appear to be thinning out as we go up to George. We've got one skeleton way over here, still up, and then the giant ogre zombie that Kaless is riding on top of.
I actually can't see anything further left of there. It's too dark.
Too dark.
Oh yeah, you do not see that over there. In fact, probably only Theron sees it.
There, you good? Alright.
Kaless's lights didn't extend that far.
No.
I'm a bear.
Maybe a flanking bonus. Plus is riding the zombie?
Yep. As she is wont to do.
Can I get flanking bonus? Do I get flanking advantage?
Yeah, you'd get advantage. You'd engage with it. 10 will hit a zombie.
Jesus. Advantage.
Yeah, George has rolled really, really bad low rolls, but they've all been just good enough to hit zombies.
To hit zombies.
Yep.
4 would be enough to down the zombie, but let's see if he gets his undead fortitude. Needs a 9. And doesn't make it! George! Take down the big guy. I assume you two do like a...
upward jumping slash.
Yeah.
He cuts the zombie into 2. So he didn't look like all the way through, so it just kind of flaps open.
Gross.
This class slides off of it, keeping our blades nice and clean. Alright, we're running late, so I'll just say that the other skeleton just hightails it. Ah!
There's one final skeleton. Maybe the archer
Just
shoot him or
runs out of there.
something,
Nobody remembered him. Yeah, at some point, someone of the archer just takes him out.
What happened to Rygus Wolfborn?
He took off.
He took off.
Oh.
Once he saw he was gonna lose, him and his dinosaur mount hightailed it.
Yep, you pretty clearly assume this guy attacked the fort and did obviously not expect all of you to be there, and was quite perturbed to find more archers and a spider bear and a construct and all this shit coming at him. So he saw his winds turning and retreated, but promised he would return and not be not underestimate the camps again. With that, you all have saved the camp. Congratulations all around. First thing you can do is properly long rest this time and level up.
Hey!
Yes.
You can level up to level 4 next time. So have your level 4 stuff prepared for the beginning of next session. As the camp discusses the camp's defenses with all of you and how better to handle Rygor's inevitable return. But for now, we are Chris, Heather, Rochelle, Raymond, and Reese. I'm Eric. Thank you for playing. Thank you all for playing. Thank you all for watching. We will be here. We're here every week doing D&D. Check out RogueWatson.com for recaps. Patreon.com/RogueWatson if you'd like to support the channel. We'll see you next week.
Are you
Level
sure?
4, finally. Yes, next
Level
week.
4.
Yay! Thank you for your help, chat.